ain't no Nick news so far because I didn't see like 3 trades today. Like I'm like, yo, what's up? Ain't no new. So the first thing I see today is I wake up and I see JJ Redick and I see Stephen A. Smith talking about Zion Williamson. So that's the first thing I wake up to. Then I see another article and it's about Donovan Mitchell and his relationship with Rudy Gobert and his connections with the Knicks. Then I see another article where it says Karl Anthony Towns and Devin Booker is both free agents in 2024. So they like if I had a choice out of those options, for me personally, I would love to have a healthy Zion. Me personally, a healthy 100% Zion. But that's my mind talking. My heart tells me that if you have a chance to get Donovan, and not to be biased, I'm not putting RJ in that deal. My reasoning for that is both on court and off court, and somebody needs to defend Donovan Mitchell while he's scoring 40. So if you have a chance to get Donovan, you have to do that deal. And I think it. So I think back on the Carmelo Anthony deal while I'm thinking about it, and I think the one stark difference is we got a lot of assets, but at the same time we have enough assets to where I feel like we could give up stuff without giving up too much of the template. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I hope it's not like a head on Carmelo Anthony trade because we lost out on Jamal Murray because of that trade. But if we could keep RJ out of that deal and preferably Quentin Grimes, then I'm doing that deal with
I get
whatever
you.
picks they want. They want 5 picks. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I have no. There's no doubt in my head. I'm doing it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that poll you had made. So I could put it up so people could see
Oh
the
yes, yes, yes. I will send it to you right now. And it's funny like how the Donovan Mitchell rumors and the Zion Williamson rumors is just so rampant today. So I put a poll up, and the poll basically said if one of these guys was on the table this summer and they asked out of their respective situations, who would you want? Donovan Mitchell or Zion Williamson? And I think earlier it was an overwhelming. It was 60% Donovan Mitchell and it was 40% Zion Williamson. So I mean, it's a tough one. it's, it's a tough one. It's
Well, we keep saying RJ Barrett, man. So I like to shout out people's podcasts here. So fuck you, Hadouken, suck my dick. This is the Diehard podcast. Let's get it started. So anyway, so the poll that you said I can't find it, man. But I mean, like you're talking about Zion and Donovan Mitchell. So I mean, listen, it really comes down to like how do you who do you want to build with? You know what I'm saying? Like because I mean, listen, like but between Zion and Randall, not for nothing, they're very comparable. If you want to talk about top power forwards in the NBA, they're like right there. They're like at this point, like a guy like Anthony Davis. He's kind of like fell down a totem pole because he can't stay healthy and he can't carry a team by himself, that type of thing. He's just on the same level as Randall, but at least Randall could get assists and get everybody involved. Anthony Davis, I feel like he needs to have he needs to take his vitamins in order for him to really do it, whatever, man. But Zion Wilson, he's nice, man. He's like definitely like top 5 power forwards in the NBA. So this is what you're talking about. You're talking about kind of like, in my opinion, it's just like lateral. You know, like if you trade Randall for Zion, you really train for a guy that you really want. You just want that guy. But pull aside, you're gonna have to like get a deal together to get him over here. So aside from the fact whether you want either person, like for Zion, like how would you get him here?
Um, so for me personally, I think I'm coming to the table with. So I'm coming to the table with Rand. I'm coming to the table with first before I even mention the deal. Obviously, you giving them back Randall, but I'm coming to the table with 3 first round picks. I'm coming to the table with this is tough. Um, now it comes to who would you rather deal, Grimes or Quickly? Tough. I'm choosing Grimes without a second thought in my mind. Um, Grimes is taller, bigger, stronger, still on his rookie deal. Uh, you need elite shooters around Zion. I think Grimes fit that bill, spot up shooter, but he can defend. You need defenders around him. So I think Quickly would be a part of that deal for me. Um, the third person would be probably a salary filler. Alec Burks. Oh, please get Alec Burks out of here. If they could get Burks in that, get Burks out of here, man. At all costs this summer. I don't want to see him no more in the Knicks jersey. But that's what I'm stuck. I'm coming to the table with that deal. I'm saying, all right, let's talk. Now, this is under the premise of Zion pulling Kristaps Porzingis, and yeah, because I've never seen a Nick promotional art for like the next season, and the Knicks miss a player's name. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like them having a promotional art for 2022, and they don't include RJ or Randall in that promotional big. Knicks
Yeah,
fans gonna be like, wait, hold on, what's up? What's going on here?
yeah,
Like,
you can't get nothing past us, man.
no, you can't get nothing. Yo, Knicks fans is so damn nosy. I need to start minding y'all damn business too, man. Taking pictures of Nick and saying, mind y'all damn business, man. Damn business. But it's tough, man. It's tough, man. Yeah, Jerome. It was spicy, man. You started all spicy. That wasn't me, man. That's all.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the DM bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I am in that DM. I'm in there because the guys post a lot of stuff sometimes that I miss. So I stay in there. We have conversations that's pretty cool. But listen, man, this whole RJ and RJ is the best and this that, and the other. No, he's like so many different things. He's a leader and all this other stuff. Like, where are we getting this from? This has to do with like deep throat in this motherfucker. RJ is not. RJ is a man. He likes women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I never in my life, as I've been a Knicks fan, I never been to the point where I would fight to the death for John Starks. Listen, John Starks got traded for Sprewell. See ya. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time with Sprewell. Sprewell was one of the greatest Knicks ever. Keep it a buck. Like say top 10 Knicks. I think Starks might make top 10 Knicks, right? But listen, we traded for Sprewell. Bye. See you later. We got other things to do. We traded John. Excuse me. We had John Starks. We went to the finals. He went 1 for 11. We trade John Starks, huh?
Traded Ewing.
Well, I'm saying let's talk about the '94 finals. We was in the finals with Starks, and he was 1 for 11. And then we traded Starks, and we went to the finals again in '99 with Sprewell. You know what I'm saying? So things happen. Things change. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit here and gargle somebody else's fucking balls just because you enjoy a player. Listen, I said it on my last podcast. Diehard Eru. That's the only jersey I want in the back of my the jersey that I'm gonna wear. With my own name on the back. I'm not gonna sit here and gargle these players' balls, man. Do you know how many people bought a Porzingis jersey and they bought so many different one of them says now they got 6 jerseys in their closet they can't get rid of because they paid $1.50 for all of them. For each one of them they play over $1.50. Now they worth like $20 a piece. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here.
Nah, Elias, I'm not mad at what Dara said. Like he ain't speaking wrong. Like I even had a problem with it with my damn self at times. Like I'm getting on 30 too much, and then I'm not getting on RJ too much. So I can understand that. RJ was
Yeah,
drafted.
but
I can completely understand why that. But what I basically say to Diehard when it comes to 30 is, hold this man accountable. You can't tell me shut the fuck up, thumbs down me, and then proceed to go 1 for 9. Give me 4 points. Lose a 28-point lead. Lose to Josh Giddey, and then lose to Simons with the G League Portland Trailblazers. Need better from you. Even though you putting up monster numbers. You putting up monster numbers, but slapping Kenny Payne hand, looking like a bad teammate, looking disinterested, walking that IQ for simple mistakes. That's not. I need to see better from him. But, people, like you said, baby RJ. Well, I got a problem with doing that sometimes. Even though I always tell Dog, like, RJ was trash at the first 3-4 months. He was doodle butt. So he picked it up January 1st. But yeah, man, Knicks fans, we do got a problem with coddling our drafted players. Shit, I was coddling Frank Ntilikina for 4 years, so I'm not even gonna say it ain't cap. I ain't gonna say it ain't cap. So.
But I just want to add to this, man. It's just that, like you say a lot of crazy stuff, Steve. You say stuff throughout the years, but like I said, you right. After all this crazy shit, you right. After all of this, right? But I mean, like you talk badly about Randall, but then you was talking like, okay, we need to pay him this amount of this and the other, just because you thinking of it as a Knicks fan. You could dog him one way, but if he does play good, you still be like, I was wrong, or whatever. You're still. As crazy as you are, that's why people love you. You still hold your own self accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like if you sit and doing like this all day long for RJ Barrett and you're just going like this constantly, somebody got to check you, bro. Somebody got to say something.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But you check your own self. You know what I'm saying? My almighty 4 seed, get out there and buy a damn hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
buy a hoodie. A lot of people like to.
I got y'all, man. They get rocked up right now. I'm sending a couple out next weekend, so DM me.
Listen, I ain't go to front too, man. Almighty 4th seed, I'm like on the fence because I want to support. But I'm like,
yo, did you see the next 5 games? See, I know we was on one subject. Did you see the next 5 games? Yo, Knicks fans in Brazil, salute y'all, man. The Knicks is tanking by default. I don't even want to see RJ for the rest of the season, but that's a combo for later on. Let's get back to the whole Zion trade thing. So that's what I'm bringing to the table. I'm bringing 30. I'm bringing quickly. I'm bringing Burks. You can start off with 3 first-round picks and a second, and then we can move on from there. Zion is a move where you might really have to say, F it, and roll what happens. That's one of those moves you legit, you roll a dice and you live with the results. Carmelo Anthony, you roll a dice, you live with the results. That is one of those moves. And I think he genuinely wants to get out of New Orleans.
Well, it's kind of similar too. The way Denver was going and the way New Orleans is there. Melo did not want to be in Denver. That was a given. It's obvious. This guy Zion Williams don't want to be in Pelicans, but there has to be a trade that's going to be involved in it. So we're going to have to give up. It's not going to be necessarily player because we have the guy that makes the most money. So we're going to have to give up all these draft picks and maybe young players in order to make it work. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that that wasn't the reason why the Melo deal failed. The Melo deal failed because the next move that we made was wrong. We got Melo here. We overpaid for him. We shouldn't have did that. Okay, but we did it. The next move is that how do you get Amari Stoudemire in here and Melo and don't get a prime point guard here? We chose to use those assets to get another center that can't create for himself. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big mistake on the Knicks part. So I'm all good with getting whoever because listen, like I keep trying to tell you, the front of the jersey, the Knicks, the front of the jersey is what I care about. So listen, Julius Randle could go, but if we get Zion Williamson, which if we can come with a trade package, it's realistic. Because we know how to salary cap works. We can work a trade that's going to be realistic. So it can happen. So my thing is, once we get Zion here, what do we do next? What's the next move?
It's imperative you get a point guard. I don't give a how you get it. You gotta get a point guard. You gotta get a point guard.
Shout out to Marvin. Okay. I just made the point here. Say Rokas Jokibitis is a choice to be an everyday point guard, but he's never played in the NBA. So if we throw, You feel me, right? So, like, if we throw all of our chips to the Pelicans to get Zion here, we can't trust Rokas here. Rokas never played in the NBA. We need a legit point guard, an NBA starting point guard to be here to do that.
And
We can't just rely on somebody else.
I think in that Zion deal, you have to bring back Zion and Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham, you got to bring those two back with you. You got to bring those two back from New Orleans. I think you can't lead that Zion deal without Devontae Graham in that deal. So that's why I think that's why you deal quickly. And I think that's worth. I think it's worth the 3-4 first round picks. I think that is. And then now your dynamic is now you're kind of situated because even if I don't think New Orleans would ask for Obi. I think that would be redundant because it's like you already getting Randall. So that would be really amazing. I believe in like the front court and how much athleticism that you got. But here's my thing too about Zion. He hasn't taken a mid-range jumper in so long. One. No in between game. Just straight in the paint. Even though he averaged 27 and 60% from the field.
You're talking about of Zion, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he Majin Buu? I need to know. Because I need to know, is he Majin Buu? Does he have the James Harden fat suit on? I need to know what he's doing over there. Because are you just doing this to leave? Are you pulling up Porzingis? Or is this really issues? Like, is this really a Joel Embiid process where you got to wait 2 years for Zion, then he's healthy and he becomes an all-star? Or is it the Greg Oden process? So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is the coach. I don't want Tibbs nowhere near Zion Williamson at all. That's not even up for debate. I'm good on that. I'm OD good on that. So, like, hey, I'll roll with the punches, man.
You gotta understand your personnel too, because Zion is definitely going to be hurt all the time. So that means that maybe you got to figure out a reason to keep Obi Toppin here.
Yes.
Keep Obi Toppin, and just for the simple fact that you're going to rely on Zion to be hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? So keep Toppin in there, but you have to keep him involved in the offense. So it all comes back to Tibbs because you cannot do something like this and have Tibbs as the coach. You just can't. Because Zion cannot play 40 minutes a night.
No, hell, and that's scary. Like, and defensively, he's butt cheeks. We know this, so you're gonna need some defenders out there. Shout outs to Cam Reddish. So it's tough when it comes to Zion. Like, it's a win-win for the Knicks. Like, okay, if you get Zion, all right. Now I understand, like, Knicks management, they rolling with the punches. They taking chances. I like that. Or if they pass up on Zion, it's like, okay, cool. Like, he always hurt. So it's a win-win. Like, it's no lose here and whatnot. And yo, Josh, if it wasn't for Phil Jackson, brother, you're lucky I'm not in my house because I can't really pull up and just like that. But if it wasn't for Phil Jackson, brother, we wouldn't be in this current situation we in now. So maybe Knicks fans need to appreciate that Phil Jackson came into this timeline and we settled it the way he did before he got fired.
He's a time variance authority. Yes. Phil Jackson.
He pruned it. He pruned the whole timeline, bro. What? You're not bugging, man. We tanking, bro. Pruned it, bro. First round picks. So nobody can argue that. You can't get to it to where we at today. You must have Phil Jackson here. It had to happen. Because it had to show Knicks fans these clown trades, like the Melo trade. The Melo trade had to happen, but it was a clown trade. You gave up so much to get Melo, like too damn much. So it's tough, man. It's a fine line because James Dolan love those superstars, man. And Zion on the table, man, and James Dolan get wind of that. He gonna make sure he gets up. He gonna overrule. Yo, Leon, man, overrule. I'm going to get him. So.
All right, well, what about Donovan Mitchell? How does that happen? Because there's clearly something going on over there, But Donovan's a little bit different. Donovan's going to play through it, even though he doesn't like it. He's absolutely playing through it, and he's gonna do what he has to do.
So
So how does that happen, Donovan Mitchell?
now the Donovan Mitchell part is that's interesting because he's a 6'1" shooting guard, very dynamic. I feel like he could be a championship one, but you need like a Chris Middleton type of player, and you need a good big man, a threat though. You can not a regular big man. You need a threat, like an actual threat, a guy who could hit threes, a guy who could space the floor.
Are you talking about RJ and Randall?
You trying.
Because you said Chris Middleton, and then you said a big that could shoot threes and all that. You just
Yeah, yeah.
described RJ and Randall.
If you want to give the argument of you can't win without talent, and Randall is some talent, I mean, they can by default. Randall is submitting to Donovan and RJ. That's by default.
That's coaching though. That's another thing that people keep messing up. I'm arguing with somebody on not arguing, but we're kind of just like talking on Twitter now about it. Just the concept of like, oh, but Randall likes to do that, but it's the coach. The coach is not going to tell Randall. It's not going to make Randall do something. Whatever the coach is telling them to do that. So if the coach comes in there, we got Donovan Mitchell. So listen, we got the offense running through Donovan Mitchell and like Julius Randall. This is your new role. Sorry. You're not the leader anymore. You're not the ball dominant thing anymore. You know. And listen, that's not. I think that's not going to mess up Randall's minutes. Taking the ball out of Randall's hands is actually going to put the ball back in his hands to score. You know.
I, so yes, it can work. Okay, it can work. I'm just envisioning the dynamic between RJ Donovan and Randall. So that means that your hypothetical, um, let's say Utah loses in the first round. In this timeline, they lose in the first round. Donovan says, "Yo, you know what, yo, get me the hell out of here, man. And I only want to go to New York. No, I'm not accepting. No, I don't want to get. No, I don't want Miami. No, New York. That's it. So obviously now we got leverage because now he only want to play for New York. So team building. Who is the players that you want to keep out this trade the most that can help you? Now, if you're Utah, obviously you're gonna ask for RJ Barrett first. Like that's just the obvious. But the obvious is James Dolan gonna tell you hell no. Because he don't want to hear sell the team James Dolan, he knows better. So then the next hypothetical where you said Randall, RJ, and Donovan Mitchell is you just basically traded Obi quickly. Well, Obi quickly. I mean, who else you get? Evan Fournier. I mean, you gave up this year's first round pick. 2024, 2026 first round pick. Whatever the case may be, like Donovan Mitchell is a player that you have to go get him. I don't think James Dolan will allow a player like that to get the free agency. I don't think it's possible. And if you're the Knicks, I don't think you allow it either. To be honest with you.
The thing about it that's the reason why you bring a guy like Leon Rose here, why you bring Roy West, why you bring the other kid. What's the other old guy from Utah? He's basically Walt Perrin is essentially the assistant GM. So these are familiar people here. So I mean, you don't bring these basketball minds here, and not have them here with the thought process to negotiate behind the scenes with other teams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put up the roster for Utah. So I mean, like they might ask for Julius Randle, of course, whatever, but not for nothing. They have players here they could do what Julius Randle. I mean, that does what RJ does. Shout out to Bogan. Bogan and Bogdanovic, whatever from Utah. He gets 17. What is it? 17, 4, whatever. He gets buckets sometimes. Rudy Gobert is still there. So getting RJ might not be something that they absolutely want to do. I mean, maybe they're gonna want to rebuild. You get rid of Donovan Mitchell. Maybe they want a nice little reset. To get a couple nice little young players, and then maybe Obi has to go. Maybe Quickly has to go. There's a bunch of different players that we could throw in that mix to make it work. And plus, we got all these draft picks too. So I'm just saying there's so many other different things to to look at, like why a team would do something like that, trade.
So,
Because here's the thing too, because Donovan Mitchell will have to politely ask Utah, listen, I want to go to the Knicks, can you make it happen? You know what I'm saying? I'll work with you guys. I'm not gonna do like Zion. I'm not gonna do like Kawhi and these guys. I'm playing for you guys. But listen, do me the solid. I want to go to the Knicks. That's the conversation it needs to have without the crazy energy. So, but in doing that, I think it can happen. I think it's something that possibly could happen.
so if I'm not too crazy in this Donovan Mitchell, so in the Zion deal, you absolutely have to get um Graham back. Um, Devontae, you know what I'm talking about, man. The point
Yeah,
guard.
Devontae. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So in this Donovan Mitchell deal, as I'm looking at the roster, it's imperative that the Knicks have to come back with either Jordy Clarkson in this deal or hmm,
Who the
what's that?
Knicks? The Knicks got to come back with Jordan Clarkson,
Yeah, and Donovan
oh,
Mitchell or
along with Donovan Mitchell.
yes, or
No, they can't do that because I mean, who's gonna be there?
or
They need somebody over there to stay.
so give me Royce O'Neal. You got to give me a wing. You got to give me a wing. I want Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. That's how you do good business.
Well, yeah,
And
I think Royce O'Neal will be fine. I will be good with that. If we can get Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal, at least you have Royce O'Neal to be a small forward off the bench, backing up whoever we got, whatever we decide to do. I'm with that.
And absolutely in this Donovan deal, I'm absolutely keeping RJ out of this deal, and I'm absolutely keeping. I think Grimes. I'm keeping Grimes out of that deal. Now, if I could keep RJ, Reddish, and Grimes off that deal, might have to build Leon Rose's statue. Whew. If
Well,
he could,
we got Fournier too. You can't forget Fournier because Fournier's a contract. He's still
I done,
decent.
I done shipped Fournier French ass all the way to Utah already, man. He's already. I'm done with vets, bro. You can talk to me about 30. The
But
vets,
listen,
I'm good on that.
Donovan Mitchell is technically a vet.
Yeah, he's a vet. I consider him a young any young player that's played 5 years minimum or more. You're a vet.
So just the salary wise, Donovan Mitchell makes 28 million a year, basically 2 million a year more for the rest of the course of his deal there. So 28 mil this year, 30 next year, 32 the next year, 34 the next. So that's not bad. That's actually decent.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. And yo, man, I give a 4 first round picks, bro. I'm shipping them unprotected, bro. That's how nasty it's getting. If I
Yeah.
could keep Grimes and if I could keep Grimes and Reddish out of that deal, Grimes, Reddish, and RJ out of that deal, I'm doing that deal. I'm doing that deal. That's a fact.
So
And
so what's the what do you call it?
the base,
the lineup with that? What's the starting lineup and all that with
ooh,
Donovan Mitchell?
ooh, who's my coach? That's where things get sexy.
It's got to be
That's
Johnny Bryant because Johnny Bryant was the coach over there in Utah. You know what I'm saying? So Johnny Bryant got to be the coach. That's the guy right there.
so. Hmm, my starting lineup with Donovan Mitchell. So wow, I don't even know who my center position is. Questionable. That's where the question marks lie. I think that's where I have the most questions at right now, dog. So I'm gonna say by default, I'm in RJ, Donovan, and I'm gonna get sexy with it. Royce O'Neal because I know I really hope Tibbs is fired this summer, bro. Because
No,
I
it has to be Johnny Bryant. Donovan Mitchell cannot come here with Tom Thibodeau the coach. That
so
just cannot be, man.
so Spider, RJ, and Cam, or Spider, RJ, and Royce O'Neal, because you getting Royce O'Neal back in that deal. I think you have to bring back Royce O'Neal. I think that's a good deal. So Spider, RJ, Royce O'Neal, or Cam Reddish, whoever you may want to pick. The 4 spot. Now here's where things get interesting. So is Obi my 4? I don't like the Obi with Donovan Mitchell fit starting line. I don't like it. If you ask me, if you want
Yeah,
me to,
Yeah, I don't
Now,
like it either. It's not tough enough. But did we trade Randall in this deal for Donovan?
whew, that's another question. I think they would ask for. So I think personally, I think the Knicks are going to tell them no. You can have everything else. I think you would. Damn, but then that sounds like it's mad bias. Like if I don't trade
Well,
that deal.
if we took back Royce O'Neal with Donovan Mitchell, then Obi Toppin and these guys, they got to go. They just have to go because at this point, I'm assuming that Utah is going to want to try to take a step back with salary. They're going to want to try to get rid of Donovan Mitchell's salary because they're already paying Rudy Gobert too much. They're going to probably want to do a light little reset. To try to revamp the team a little bit. So they're definitely going to want all of our young players. Obi Toppin, they're gonna need all those guys, man. So and then
Got
also too, if we get Donovan Mitchell, we need to have veterans here. We can't have Donovan Mitchell here and talk about wait 2 years. We
that's a
if Donovan
fact.
Mitchell's here, we gotta go.
So can I add another player in that deal for us? I think I
Yeah.
would personally like this. Give me Rudy Gay. Give me Donovan. Jordy. Give me Donovan, Royce O'Neal, Rudy Gay, and I pay the high. Whatever they want outside of RJ and Quentin Grimes, and I'm praying to God Cam Reddish, take it, and then we'll go from there. We got a nice canvas, and yo, Donovan out west. I can only imagine in the Eastern Conference. Zion in the East is damn near unfair. That's you didn't. Oh, we didn't say the start line with Zion. I guess we could do that next. But yo, yeah, bring me back Rudy Gay. Bring me back Rudy Gay. I'll take Rudy Gay. But you gotta give me some small ball lineups though. You gotta get sexy with it. If you're gonna give me Rudy Gay, if Obi doesn't go in that deal, you got. I need to switch it up. I need some. Give me a Donovan, RJ, Cam, Royce O'Neal, Obi lineup. One time, just one time, small ball. See how that goes with some curls, with some flex screens, some flare screens.
Well, the players that you're mentioning off of Utah, that's $41 million there. So the Knicks have to throw if you taking $40 million from them, we have to throw them $41 million. So I mean, just off the top of the head, I'm not sure if the players that we're willing to give away for Mitchell, for Donovan Mitchell is gonna equal up to 41. So taking out Royce O'Neal and Rudy Gay we might have to do that just to keep it at 28 million.
I have a
You know?
question for you. Them first round picks. Is this your first round pick going in that deal?
It could, but just to add on to what you're saying there, we can actually just draft the player. Like they was doing last year, they would just draft the player with the intention of trading him to Utah, just so that draft pick will have a cash value. Because the pick itself before it's drafted has no cash value, but as soon as they're drafted, then they get put into a slot, so now they have a cash value. You know
I'm
what I'm
torn.
saying?
I'm torn. I'm torn. You know why? I'm torn because let's say in this timeline we get a top 3 pick. We get Jaden Ivey. I don't know if I really I don't know if I really want to give up Jaden Ivey, bro. I would like to see him grow here personally. I'm not used to for me personally, I'm not really used to us drafting good players that high and seeing them succeed here. I've never seen it. I would
Right.
like to see it personally, but like I say, like you can't say no to Zion or Donovan. Like you can't say no. You can't.
Yeah, you would have to just go for it because I mean, check out like Miami. Miami, they got Dwayne Wade here, and then they was able to get all these other guys together, and they just went for it, And then they won that one championship, and then they basically was back in the gutter again, right? The year after, and then they revamped themselves, and them motherfuckers was right back into the playoff hunt again. Because that's just how Pat Riley is. He was able to get LeBron and all those guys a couple years later after they already won their first championship. So there's so many different things that we could do. So I mean, if we keep in if we get this guy Jaden Ivey, that kind of like changed the time. That it's all timelines because I mean, if we get Jaden Ivey, then it's like okay, well maybe we don't need Donovan Mitchell. Now maybe we could go a different way, and it won't be wrong. And then if you get Jaden Ivey, maybe you go and get Zion now.
I'm torn. I'm torn because they're gonna want the 1 pick. You get a top 3 pick, you gotta trade that for Zion. That's a fact.
Yeah.
that's unless see, I don't know how Leon Rose. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible in this timeline where Leon Rose. It's unrealistic to me, honestly. I don't know in a timeline where Leon Rose gets a Zion or gets a Donovan Mitchell, and the Knicks got a top 3 pick, and they don't get that pick in that deal as well, unless
Yeah.
you. And I don't think the Knicks can trade this year's draft pick because of the Stephen rule. I appreciate you, brother. 19 Ken, appreciate you, King. I don't think you can trade that pick this year, but I believe we traded the Hornets pick. You might be right by that, so we could probably trade our pick this year. But I'm torn. I'm torn. I can't say yes to it all the way. I can't say no because if we get Jaden Ivey,
With the bottom line with anything that we're saying here. This is all like that's the fun thing about it. It's all hypothetical stuff that we're saying. It's not like this stuff is true. We just Knicks fans talking about stuff. So this is what we do. And what annoys me is that people say, "Oh man, you guys always got something to say. You need to just wait." Listen, that's not fun though. Sit down and just waiting for it to happen. It's like that's not fun. That's all about sports. Talking about it, whatever. That's what's really fun about it,
so
especially when you're in the position now where we're not winning nothing. So
all right.
what else can we do right now?
So courtesy of my main man Rick, I just seen your little tweet, Rick. So he says, "Why is me and you not talking about putting R.J. Barrett in this Donovan Mitchell deal?" Okay, so let's go with what you say, right? So let's trade R.J. Let's trade R.J. and the kids for Donovan Mitchell, right? So who am I starting wing next to Donovan Mitchell after you do this deal, right?
Can I tell
No,
you? Can I tell you? Can I tell you?
tell me.
Fournier.
You know why I hate somebody? But he's right though. Like you, dad. He, I love you, Rick. I appreciate you. At the same time, it's like, yo, Rick, like we 9 times out of 10, of course you could do a Donovan for RJ Barrett there. But my G, I'm not interested in Evan Fournier as my star wing. I don't know about you, boss, but I'm being realistic, boss. I'm good. Who gonna protect RJ? Who gonna protect Donovan Mitchell while he's scoring 40 in the Garden? That's Spider-Man. Help. So don't come to me and don't say to me and Diehard not talking about trading RJ when we just mentioned the RJ trade. What wing is you left with? I'm damn sure don't want to see Donovan Mitchell and Alec Burks starting as my wing. I will lose my mind. You not. Look, Diehard, give me a Donovan Mitchell for RJ trade, man. And give me the starting lineup after that, so we can both laugh. I want to do this little project for Rick.
Well, I love, man. I love. That's my favorite thing to roster build. I like fantasy basketball, that type of thing. So I can make it work no matter how you put it together. So
Right.
I mean, like if you got Donovan Mitchell there, Donovan Mitchell is he gonna be a shooting guard at this point, or are you just gonna let him be a lead guard, let him just bring the ball to the court and just shoot when he wants to? It depends. It depends on how you want to work your offense around a guy like Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? So if Donovan Mitchell's going to be your LeBron, the guy that's always dribbling the ball up and down the court, then you can get away with Fournier on the side next to him, as a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? But you made other trades now, so
Got
so
it.
you have to figure out a way to build around the guy. That's all. Like who did you give to Utah? So depending on who you gave, now you just have to figure out a way to fill in those spots as you go along.
I mean, so in this Rick hypothetical, you give up RJ, you give up Quick, you give up Obi. Oh, sound like I'm about to go on a cardiac arrest mentioning this shit.
Oh my God! Well, you're in the right place, man. So
Yeah, I'm my house was bad right here, right with Nerlens. Uh, RJ, Quick, Obi, 3 first-round picks. Fuck.
it's crazy, man. But not for nothing. It's a lot of fun thinking about it, though.
You keep Reddish, so you gotta. Yo, Nick fans ain't going for that, yo. I'm sorry, Rick. I don't know if Nick fans ain't rocking with that. You traded RJ, you kept Reddish? Well, that's some LOL Nick bullshit right there. I don't
I know, but you got Donovan Mitchell though. That's the same point I was making before. Like we traded John Starks, but we got Latrell Sprewell though. That's almost the same thing almost.
It's just for me. Just RJ just some damn dead in my heart.
Yeah, John Starks is a living legend, man.
I need somebody to protect Spider-Man, bro. People will burn MSG to the ground if they dealt RJ. You could deal anybody else on the team. But, we being fair, if it came down to it, I personally said when we started this trade talk, I think that Utah will ask for RJ first. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Knicks is going to renege. That is a fact. If they don't want tiki torches in front of MSG, you better renege that. So Knicks is going to renege, and that's my opinion. I think the Knicks will renege. If you think the Knicks will say yes, fuck it, then go ahead and you could disagree with me. But I think the Knicks will renege. So the next conversation after that is, okay, Utah, how many first round picks do you want? And are you going into a rebuild or are you retooling? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the question for you? Because we know New Orleans, if they even think about a deal with the Knicks, and you're doing this Randall for Zion Schwab and this that, they're retooling. They're not rebuilding. You still got Ingram over there. You still got CJ McCollum. So that's the next question for them. And I think they will be retooling. Utah don't tank. They don't tank. I've never seen them tank. I'm keep it 1,000 with you. I've never seen them tank.
Utah, as long as I can remember, those guys, but they had Karl Malone and John Stockton when I came along. That's like 1984, 84 and 85. That's when they got those two guys. So as long as I've been aware of basketball, they just been, they've been retooling. Then right after that, they went and got, what's the dude that went to Brooklyn, the point guard.
Aaron Williams? Oh, he was nice. What?
Yeah, but then they also had Carlos Boozer too, so they reinvented themselves.
Yes.
Every single time. Now look at them again. So Utah is really good at doing that. So they'll be fine. They know what they're doing. But just to compare them to the Pelicans, if they want to get rid of Zion and they ask for Randall, they will be glad to get Randall because they don't have a power forward. So if they can keep their style, their starting five intact, for the most part, just keeping Ingram, CJ McCollum. If they get Randall over there, now they got the big three. So I know they would be happy with Julius Randle over there. But same thing with Utah. Utah, if you go look at the screen, the different Rudy Gobert is really the highest paid player. Then you got Mike Conley. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson is pretty good too. Bogdan is pretty good too. Decent salaries. So I mean, if they get RJ there, RJ added to that mix, and throw in some of the other young guys in there, that's a nice retool. They could retool with that.
Retool. It's all about what do they want. You get what I'm saying? Like are they retooling or are they rebuilding? If they're rebuilding, of course they would ask for RJ first. But I think, my heart of hearts, I don't think you just trade the highest draft pick since Ewing, because you're also trading you're trading a lot of fans when you do that trade. Like, they better be careful when they do that trade, because if RJ becomes really good in Utah, I'ma be hot. You thought I was toxic in 2019? Oh, let us not win. And Donovan, 6'1". There's never been a 6'1" shooting guard to win an NBA championship without some type of great team around him. No, it's never been. I can't think of one. I know AI, and that's why AI is he's the third best shooting guard of all time to me. Just impact culturally. I like AI more than Wiggy. That's me.
He went to the finals. AI went to the finals with no wingman. He was just by himself. He had Dikembe Mutombo, and the first one arm player in the NBA was Aaron McKee. That dude literally had no left hand.
Eric Snow.
Yeah, Eric Snow was a bum. They had so many bums on that team.
Who did Matt Geiger? Who they had? I remember the NBA Live 2000. I'm that old.
Yeah.
So
but there's more than one way to skin the cat, man. So I'm not, if Utah wants to rebuild, then right off the bat they got to chop off Rudy Gobert. But good luck with losing $35 million for Rudy Gobert.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
But the basis of this Donovan Mitchell trade, I think you have to walk back with Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. And Royce O'Neal's he's on a solid deal. He's on a really solid deal. And defender, I think he's probably a good teammate.
Yo, what is Royce O'Neal really 6'4"?
I don't think he's 6'4". I think he's 6'8". That joint is stupid. He's nowhere
Yeah.
near in height as Jordy Clarkson. Hell no. Jordan, he's like 6'6", probably like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, I thought he was 6'8". 6'4", that's kind of a stretch. But if he really is 6'4", then I don't want no, no part of that, man.
Yeah,
I don't want no
yeah,
part
I
of
don't
that.
want no parts of that. Nah, I think he's like 6'8" though. I don't think we have to worry about that. For the Knicks, do that first.
Well, stay. You see what's happening on the screen right now. Outgoing, I have Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. That's 36 million outgoing there. So the Knicks have to send 36 million. So I only have RJ there at the moment. RJ's only 8 million.
So
So
I want you to put the whole thing up there. So I hope, Rick, you looking at how ridiculous this is about to look. Continue, Diehard. Go ahead.
so
Put more young players over there. We know they want RJ. I think it's ridiculous. That's my opinion. If you don't think it's
all right.
ridiculous, that's cool. I respect it.
But if we're trying to get Donovan Mitchell, okay, listen, we're gonna give them whatever they want, right? So we sent them RJ. At this point, Obi got to go, right? Because we're gonna try to keep Julius Randle here for whatever reason. Quickly got to go, right?
Yep.
All right, so I just added 2 more players there. We still got 15 more million to go. We have to add at least not even 15. We got to add at least, I think it's 30 18 more million to this thing here. So who do you add? Derrick Rose to Utah?
Hell
I don't
no.
know.
That's it. Nah, not Tibbs.
You're gonna send Burke back to Utah? Let's do that.
Yeah, send that man back to Utah.
Okay, we still got $10 million between $10 and $8 million to throw out there. Did we throw them Kemba just for salary?
Nah, you keep Kimba.
Well, if you throw Kemba there, then it makes it even because you got to be within $2 million.
Yeah, even.
So yeah, I think this works. But the draft picks and stuff like that, that's just icing. Whatever
Now,
they want, we could just give them whatever they want.
Rick, I hope you're looking at this. Don't bring that back down again. Dog, please.
My bad.
What the hell is this,
Well,
Rick?
let's say fail trade because
It failed because of the salary.
it failed because of the trade restrictions.
Okay.
I gotta take those off.
Okay, Rick, come on now, bro. You see how what? I'm giving them RJ, Quickly, Obi, Burks, and 4 first-round picks for Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. Now, Rick, I'm talking directly to you. I love you, brother. I, for the love of God, never want to see the Knicks either entertain this deal. That is too much, bro. Too much. Oh, Royce O'Neal really is 6'4". I guess he
but
in his height.
Not for nothing. Is that too much though? Kemba Walker, Alec Burks, OB, RJ, and Emmanuel Quickly. Is that really too much?
4 first-round picks? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, 4 first-round picks. That's too much. Maybe 2.
That's not. They're not gonna want just 2 for that. Quickly shoots under 40%. Obi barely gets 20 minutes. Can't defend. Burke shoots under 40%. Kemba is done. RJ, I call him Green Lantern. So you know what other teams feel about him.
Kemba Walker would be a buyout candidate. Alex Burke also might be a buyout candidate as well.
They keep it Burks. That's their own. That's their own.
All right, so they keep Burks, because I think he met his wife out there too, right? I don't know. Anyway, I don't think that's true. But anyway, Emmanuel Quickly got Obi, got RJ. I mean, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi, and RJ. That's decent young people there.
It's decent. It's cool.
So I mean, if they get 2 extra young people via draft, then that's fine for them.
That'd be great. That'd be fine for them.
Because we're talking about Kemba Walker's being cut off the books, so that's gonna save them a little bit of money. That's what they're gonna want also.
In this hypothetical though, this is tough that I even gotta fucking talk about this, but all right, whatever. I'm trying to be fair. In this deal, I would just pray to God that the Knicks had got a top 3 pick, and then you could pick Ivy outright. So it's like now you're starting 5. Now you got Ivy, Donovan, Royce O'Neal, Randall, and I don't give a damn who the center is. Maybe Mitchell Robinson, hopefully. But That's a nice little consolidation for Stomach and the RJ trade. But
Yeah.
can you please get this disgusting trade off the screen, man? I'm about to please hurry up and get that. Thank you. Now can you start it over, please, and do the deal that I want to do?
Okay, all right.
Oh my god, I hate that I had to talk about it. I'm trying to be fair though. I've gotten DMs where people be like, yo, they show favoritism to one player and then they don't. They show like they took out of emotion for another player. So I'm trying to like, with me and you, I'm trying to like even that out now because I don't want people to listen to us and they be like, damn, they so one sided and biased. So
Yeah, but one thing I want to say though, this is going to be a call-in show, man. But me and State kind of got ourselves involved in something here. So in a few minutes, we're going to open up the phone lines and then we'll start chopping it up with you guys.
yep.
How are you with time? With time, State?
So just for Diehard, just because I love you, I'm gonna do it overnight tonight. So I got until whatever time.
Okay.
I was gonna go on, but just for you. And I love the Knicks so much. I love this podcast. I love the this platform. So yeah, I'm gonna just stay. So it doesn't matter. We can open up the phone line. We'll be here probably for like 2 hours anyway. So yeah, let's do it. Um,
So what you got going on with this trade though?
So now can we do the trade that I want to do, please? Because I did that just for Rick because he called us out on the thread, and luckily I clicked on my phone and seen it, and I want to be fair, so we did it just for you, my brother. Now let's talk about the trade I want. Right. So you put Donovan up there with Royce O'Neal. Can I get Rudy Gay in this deal? I want Rudy Gay. A part of me really, I want Rudy Gay.
Okay, I'll give you Rudy Gay.
I want Rudy Gay. Please, I need
so you want Royce? You want Royce and Rudy Gay?
Yeah. I do.
Rudy Gay's 35, right?
I don't
He's
care.
older than you.
I don't care. I always love Rudy Gay. That's a personal. I always had an affinity for Rudy Gay. Always loved him. Always loved him.
All right, so you got 42 million on the books there. So what else you want to do here?
Well, let's go to the next side. I'm sending 30. I'm sending. Whoa. I'm sending quick. I'm sending quickly.
Okay.
No more room for quickly. They're going to want a young player. Quickly could be a stud over there. Now it gets in because I'm gonna keep it a stat. Like I personally I like Rudy Gay. Like it's certain vets that I like. I wouldn't mind seeing him play over a young guy. That's just me. I like Rudy Gay. That's just me. As far as Royce O'Neal is concerned, Royce O'Neal is going to put Alec Burks up there. He's gonna love the chopped cheeses in Utah. But so you got Royce O'Neal, got Cam Reddish, you got Quentin Grimes. I'm trying to remove the log jam. It's a log jam somewhere.
Listen, you still got $10 million to throw out there.
I still got $10 million. So go down. Now here's where you get tricky, right? Oh, nah, I can't send. Damn. That's disrespectful to Kimba, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm not even trying to send New York very own, man. That's disrespect. You know it, brother. You click on his name. You know who I really want to send Nerlens. Ship that man.
You want Nerlens?
Ship him to Utah. I will ship him so fast, bro.
Right, so it's even now. Now it's 42-42.
Oh, so now
Can I see your other hand? Let me see both hands. Okay. All right. You're making all those noises. I need to see both hands.
Oh, because it's get hot over here. I'm giving them how many picks they want. I don't even care. I don't care.
Well, at this point, now you got to get 4 picks.
You can get 4, you can get 5, you can get 6, 7, 8. I don't get change them shit. You kept RJ and you got Donovan. knowing the cat go up to 171 in 2025. Are you kidding me? Oh God,
Well,
trade off.
2025, but it's on 2022 right now. So you're
I
gonna
know.
make Donovan Mitchell wait 3 more years in
Oh,
order
no,
to
he's not
rebuild?
waiting. I feel like I already gave y'all already gave a prediction. I want to walk back on it, but I'm so much of a powerful Knicks fan. I'm never walking back on what I said. I said, yo, first year, Donovan come here. We got RJ on the wing with him. Knicks going to the finals. You, you hear me? You hear me? We get Donovan with first season they going to the finals, bro. First, you give me, you tell me if Donovan's on the Knicks, who's the best guard in the Eastern Conference?
Hmm. Well, Donovan Mitchell will definitely be one of the top guys, top in the East.
Who are
I
you
think.
taking over Donovan? Just Eastern Conference guards. Who are you taking?
Damn,
Taking
man, I can't.
Donovan over Trey Young. Taking them over. I'm taking them over all of them. All of them. Man, the Eastern Conference. Taking them.
Yeah, I can't even think of anybody that's good. I mean, that guy in the Wizards, but
I'm
that
taking
guy's a
Donovan over
loser.
Levine. Taking Donovan over Levine. Easy.
Yeah.
Donovan, look. Devin Witt, that's my man. Look, stay. Yeah, I'm on one right now. Donovan, he cost me $200. You know how? I watched that young man in his rookie year outplay Paul George and Russell Westbrook in a 7-game series, and I lost money to that young man. I'm not disrespecting no Donovan Mitchell. His second best player was Rudy Gobert. Hell no. I know that's a winner. That's a
So,
winner.
all right, so we make this trade. How do we get? What's the starting lineup after this trade?
You could go so many ways with that starting lineup. You could go so. I wouldn't want Donovan as my one. That's the thing. But in the right offensive system, he could be the one. Like basically, you can have him playmate, you have RJ playmate, and it's like, damn, see that third guy with Donovan and RJ. He gotta add an element of spot up shooting. So that's where like Quentin Grimes come in. You know what I'm saying? Like now you got Grimes and RJ on the wings, but then the dynamic it gets even more scarier when I think about Reddish, RJ, and Donovan. But I gotta be realistic, right? I gotta throw a vet in there. I think I need Royce O'Neal in that starting lineup.
But who's your
Just
power forward though? Because Royce O'Neal, according to Ivan Jarrell, he legit is 6'4". So
does he?
you got Cam Reddish there as a small forward. You got Royce O'Neal. You talking about RJ and Donovan Mitchell. That's
We run a
that's
small
that's
ball.
that's very short. So I mean, are we bringing back Mitchell Robinson at this point? Are we going to re-sign him?
Might have to resign Mitch. Now that's a scenario where if I was the Knicks, honestly, if I was the Knicks in that type of scenario, I would honestly play. I think I would start Royce O'Neal at the 4, or start another wing at the 4, and just run out like 3 wings with Donovan Mitchell and Mitchell Robinson. But that's where you have to keep Derrick Rose in this scenario because you need a vet. You need a vet PG. You need a
Yeah.
vet PG with that group. That
But
is no way in hell you don't have a vet PG with that group.
but in the starting lineup, is Rose going to be in the starting lineup? Because you got Donovan Mitchell and RJ. That's got to be your backcourt.
Hell no. I can't have Rose in that starting line. He'd be my 6 man. He'd be
Okay.
my backup point guard.
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
Cam is the 3. You said right? Cam is the 3. You want Royce O'Neal as your 4 and Mitch Robinson as the center. I don't know about that lineup there, man.
See, it's tough. It's tough. And I don't want to stick Obi in that starting line. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, yo. The biggest question for me right now, if you get Donovan Mitchell, is who's your 4 and who's your 5?
Yeah.
Like, I'm legit stuck on that. Who's your 4 and who's your 5? Oh, My work phone died. Damn. So, you know, that's where I'm like, yo, Kev, what's up, man? So dog, I think let's get the phones ready. Let me
Okay.
go and tell these guys that I'm doing this overnight. And give me like 10 minutes. Um good yo, man, it's Donovan Mitchell. Whew. So off the top of my head, um Donovan, my brain says Cam Reddish, my heart says Quentin Grimes, need a spot of shooter. RJ. So at the four, my brain, it's tough. How do you want to play? So the four depends on how do you want to play. I personally would like three wings next to Donovan. Um, that's just me because Donovan is just so small. So this is where Mitch got to put on his big boy pants. He now you got to put on your big. You got to be dominant. You can't. It just can't be no names now. Now pressure is really on him now.
And not for nothing, he's the only guy that can set picks out there. So he's gonna have to set better picks.
Yo,
He's gonna have to be the enforcer to protect everybody because you don't have nobody else out there with him.
so all right, let me go do this real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because I think we didn't get on the Zion Williamson how we would play that lineup, but I like that Donovan trade, man, that woo, because the questions you gotta ask is New Orleans retooling or rebuilding, and what are you gonna do with that, or is Utah? Is Utah? Are they retooling or rebuilding? So those is questions that you gotta ask. But give me 10 minutes. Get the phones ready, dog, and yo, chat.
Yeah.
I see y'all. Put a thumbs up. We gonna be on for like 2 hours plus. So I hope y'all stay tuned. I'll be right back, brother.
All right, no doubt, man. So I mean, stay is gonna be in the background. I'm popping off the screen and stuff. So I just want to say hi to the chat. We've been talking a lot here, kind of little, not for nothing long winded. But shout out to State, man. Those are 2 points that he really wanted to make tonight. So we're just trying to get through that. So I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm just gonna go back maybe like 10 minutes in the chat, just so I can say what up to you guys. I got Con, shout out to Con. Is very busy in the chat today. Shout out to you. Bricks Nation, Zion doing Pels dirty. See, that's the thing too. It annoys me because you want to talk about Kawhi. Kawhi pops up at the All-Star game, and he's like so antisocial. It's weird, but they could be like that, but they still getting paid though. So it's a whole different thing. Like somebody like us, we're not getting paid big money. Like I doubt most of us on this chat are making 100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure if you were making 100,000, you'd be like, oh man, you'll be set, right? But 100,000 a year for a broke person, everybody thinks that they're going to be set. But these guys are making 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year. 40 million a year. You know what I'm saying? So them coming to work, they could be like, yo, I don't feel like it. My knee hurts. It's not like they have to get a doctor's note or they have to do anything like that. They could just be like, I'm not coming in, bro. And when they still got to get paid because there's nothing in place to say that, listen, your knee hurts. There's nothing in place that whatever. For me, if I tell my child my knee hurts and just don't straight up don't come back, they're not paying me after a certain time. But the NBA is different. They sign contracts and this, that, and the other, so they have to pay these guys. So anyway, I'm trying to paint that picture because even like a guy like Kyrie don't care if he plays part-time. Of course he wants to play basketball. But listen, if he don't ever play basketball a day in his life, the dude is still getting like 40-something million a year. So it's a different mindset. Oh yeah, man, these guys want to play. Listen, they make $40 million a year. I don't want to work, fam. I have to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to go to work. But I got to make my measly little money that I earn every year. But I need that in order to survive. They don't need $40 million to survive. Nobody does. That's what they deserve in their contracts that they get. You're not counting nobody's money, but I'm just talking about the mentality of it. Zion doing the Pels dirty, yeah, because he's a millionaire. Yeah, I don't know what his numbers is, but I'm quite sure Zion is because he was like a number one pick, right? So he's got to be making like 12 or 15 million. I forgot what the exact number is for a number one pick, but he's definitely making a lot of money per year. So these guys don't could care less if they play a game again. Listen, I'm never gonna play again. Trade me, fam. Or if you don't trade me, I'll just wait 5 years because I'm still gonna get my paycheck. I'll wait the 4 years or wait the 3 years until the rookie deal's up, and then I won't sign the tender agreement, whatever, and then I'll just be a free agent and to hell with it because I'm still getting my money. And even if they suspend me, I already got 5 million from you, so I'm good. So that's what I'm thinking about. Because I mean the ball is in the players' court at this stage in time. So if it was a hard cap, and let's say if a player's not playing because of whatever reason, then the NBA could just cut the player. That's what the NFL does. But the NBA doesn't have that thing. So these NBA players are playing with fire a little bit because if they do go to a collective bargain agreement and they do something of a sort of a soft cap, or even if they do a hard cap, that's not going to benefit the players, and then the teams will be allowed to just cut guys if they want to. So it is what it is, man. But you got to be very careful with this type of thing when you talk about players and stuff. Shout out to Comment. Comment has been very busy in the chat, like I said. Mike Johnson, yeah, RJ and Ivy untouchable. That would be a nice little tandem, but not for nothing, they play the same position. I think this guy Jaden Ivey, I don't think he's a point guard. I think he's more of a shooting guard. So that's problematic, man. We're getting close to 10 o'clock, man. So I think I'm gonna open up the phone lines, whatever. I know you guys want State to be here so you can chop it up with him. But I'll open up the phone lines in a second. At 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock even, I'll open up the phone lines. Just want to say what's up to everybody. You got Don Hines, shout out to you. Yeah, now we're not doing Tankathon yet, man. It's too early for Tankathon. It's getting close. But if we lose a couple more games, Tankathon is gonna be prevalent in the background on this channel. I mean, probably every single channel out there. What else, guys? We got Troy Flett. Shout out to Troy Flett. Who y'all boys want in the draft? Like I said, that Tankathon thing. Right now we're only gonna talk about Jaden Ivey because that's the dynamic guard of the draft. But when it comes down to it, we're gonna have to have that conversation. Whether if not we trade RJ or whatever we need to do, we'll just have to act accordingly. If Mitchell Robinson is the guy that wants to be out, then maybe we go for Chet. As a the new age big man type of thing. We might go in that direction. Who knows? But I mean, it all depends on where we go because we're not guaranteed to get a top 5 pick. And these guys are top 5 picks, top 3 picks, if anything, in this draft. So the Knicks are more than likely going to be at the end of the lottery. If we make the playoffs, they'll be like in the back of the middle of the first round. So I don't think the Knicks are going to be up there in the 5th pick. We have to be lucky. It has to do with luck. Shout out to Andy. Yeah, they literally do love Burks in Utah. He had a really good run in Utah, probably one of his best seasons when he was out there. So, and also too, I believe he met his wife during that time. I think his wife is from St. Louis though, but he met them at a party, whatever the story is. But I think he did meet his wife during the time when he was over there in Utah. So, shout out to them and shout out to the family. That's all beautiful stuff. Julian Bloom, what's good, my brother? What else? Anybody new here? You got Davian Wick. I see. Excuse me, Davon Wink. Let me make sure you get the names right. I know you're talking here. Salute to you, my brother. We got Mike. This is Mike Doc. Mike Doc here telling everybody hit the like button. Scroll down. We got Mr. Kev. What's up, Quarter Storm? Kev looking smooth in that picture, boy. Woo! That turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? Looking like you're trying to strangle yourself with that turtleneck. It's all good, man. Les Daly's been hanging out with us too a lot lately, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, he's a good player too, man. But we'll see. I mean, we got so much time to talk about the draft and stuff. Rokas, I think is going to be nice. Shout out to him. I think he's going to come in here and he might have a similar thing to like a Dragic. What Dragic did in his career. I think he might be something similar to that. He seems to be like a very strong-minded player. His coach that he's playing for is the same dude that busted the United States ass that time in the Golden State, the gold medal games, whatever, when we had Melo and all those guys where Larry Brown was the coach. That was the point guard on that. I believe it was Lithuania or whatever team he was on. Where they embarrassed the United States. So he's coming from a good program, so he's gonna be ready for the NBA. Floyd Samuels, I see. What's good, man? Mighty 4C. Cop a hoodie, man. Do you have a hoodie on right there? Is that Almighty 4C hoodie? It looks very similar, man. So, support the kid. Listen, I want to support my man State too, man. But me and him argue so much about that Mighty 4C. I don't know if I could do it, man. I think I might just buy it, just to support my guy, man. So we'll talk about that offline. Mike Johnson. So I'm just trying to put some names out here that I haven't seen before. Ivy via the draft, RJ Spider via trade, Zion via free agency. Got to be, yeah. That sounds good to me. If we're gonna do that, this stuff has to go like this. It has to be rapid fire. This is stuff that we can't wait 2-3 years for. You get Donovan Mitchell here. Donovan Mitchell's not young anymore. He's like 20, 25, 26. You're talking about 2 more years. Now he's 28. The guy already has some knee problems and things of that nature. So you got to be very careful. What's up, Paris Jugger? Salute to my man. Tough Love is here. Salute to Tough Love. JR Costa, what's good, my brother? And scroll down and make sure I don't see any new names here. Mr. Cully, the great Cully. Cully, we got to get you up on here, man. Or I gotta find you. I know you guys work do the thing at night. So maybe when I can't sleep, I need to pop on one of your pods so I can hang out with you. So anyway, throughout the talk, State is actually back. So he's right on time. Where you at, State? There
Talking Frank Miller.
State's right on.
Man, come on, man. We ain't that down bad, man. We ain't that down.
Who's talking about Frank Ntilikina?
I love Frank Ntilikina, but man,
oh, I see.
That down bad, man.
All right, man. So you ready to do this phone line stuff?
Yeah, man. Right. We taking by deep. Thank you, Kareem Grant. I appreciate you. I already told Dog. We taking by default. We not like. Oh, and while we doing this, can we pull up the Zion trade, please? I love the whole segment that we just did with Donovan Mitchell. It's
I know you did. You was like huffing and puffing. It's like, ooh.
I had to, bruh. Oh man, but I had to talk about because you got to talk about both sides, right? So you got to talk about what if it comes down to Utah saying, well, if you're not giving us RJ, we're not giving you Donovan Mitchell, and then it's like it's optics. So are you going to trade RJ? A lot of people pissed at that. But I was like,
we got to call him, Mr. State. So we got somebody from Florida here. Introduce yourself, my brother. What's going on?
What's up, brother? What's good, y'all? What's good, man? The name is JR. Originally from the Bronx, from Florida, man. What did you get your house, man? I don't always catch you guys when you guys go live, but I always catch this podcast. Like, that was real. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Really talking to people in the corner. You actually have real takes, not just the green. Each other just because it's like the politically right thing to do. So I'm going to leave you guys your props, man. You guys are you got to do that thing. But on a whole other note, man, this run off, man. Matter of fact, the Knicks in general, we have to hit on our draft picks because we can talk about saying game, Donovan, or getting somebody else another team. But if you're going to keep drafting,
do me a favor.
Take Keener, not and hopping over Halliburton, like, about it. We have to pick the guys saying our turn to do so. So hopefully, Topping was just a mistake and these boys can get it together moving forward. So that's pretty much it though, man. I'm gonna let y'all boys rock out, man. Y'all boys do your thing, man. I'm still listening to y'all boys.
Wait, before you go, what part of the Bronx you from, man?
Oh yeah, well, Kingsbridge, Metro Park area.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Park Avenue. Cool.
By Lehman College, you know what I'm saying? In that area. But,
love the call, but
yeah, man. Just what's up?
All right, man. Thanks for calling, man. We're gonna pop another call up in. Thanks for calling, my brother.
All right, man. You already know, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, peace.
So for all callers,
what you were saying, man?
Please, no speakerphone. It is that was so choppy. Sound like I was in an aquarium. But I heard him show us love, though. I think I heard him give us a lot of love, so I re-listen to it when I get a chance. But yeah, gotta fix the static. Real choppy. We get it together though. It's something we trying to do that's new. I think I was trying to tell Diehard. I should have tried to do sign language. I should have tried to tell Diehard like, yo, man, it's choppy. Like it's killing me. Next time I'm gonna do this. But what I was trying to say was maybe if you took me off the screen, maybe the phone, maybe it'd be clearer because the static that's coming through.
Well, do you have a headphones on, man?
No, I don't. My headphones.
That's the thing too. You got to have headphones on because the sound is gonna come out your speaker into our speaker. I think that's what it is.
All right.
So
yeah, can go get my headphones if you want me to.
Well, let's try again. I see somebody just called again. Please give a call again. But Cornerstone, I'm about to call you, Cornerstone. Cornerstone just called me, so I'm gonna call him. Let's get Cornerstone on the line.
I love Cornerstone. That's my guy, man. Yeah, I know, very popular, BJP. But you know, let's see. Let's see if this call.
Cornerstone is playing to giving us a silent treatment now.
Yeah, he like my bro. Like, yo, how you call me? I call you back. Yo, pick up,
Hi,
bro.
thank you so much for calling. Please leave a
Oh,
message and I'll get back to you momentarily.
he like, yo, that's a real New Yorker. That's a New Yorker. Yo, call me, bro. You call him, they'll pick up. That's like, yo, man. Oh God. Yeah, growing pains, man. Growing pains. Yeah. No, it's like Julius Randle's decision making. You know, growing pains. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right.
Yeah,
Damn.
if it doesn't work with the way that I have it, then I'll just do it the manual ghetto way and see if it works.
I will say this though. For sure, next time we do a phone line segment, I'm gonna make sure that I'm in my house. 1, 2, I got a million headphones in my car, so we definitely gonna get out to go. I really.
All right, Steve, we got another phone caller. This is somebody from New Jersey. What's good, my brother?
Yo, this is Rick. State.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you good, man. Say how do you hear the caller?
Oh, yo, I'm saying this is Rick from the Thread State. I was just saying what's up,
Okay, what's good, Rick?
and I want to talk about. Say you were talking to me through my TV screen here, but I wanted to actually be able to state my case. But I completely understand if somebody doesn't want to give up RJ. I'm just saying, whenever I look at trade, I think of it from the perspective of the other team. And I know if I'm Utah, there's no way in hell I'm trading Donovan without getting RJ back. And I always say this on Twitter, like, in order to get a good player, there's going to be pain involved. You can't just get rid of all the guys you don't like and then, throw a couple picks and in the hope that, first of all, our pick won't mean nothing when you have Donovan because, you have Donovan Mitchell and let's say you still have RJ and you have all these other people that you're going to keep. Those picks are not going to amount to nothing. So they're losing their star young player. They're going to want some guy with potential at that position back in return. Even just to save face from their fans' perspective. Utah's not. You guys talked about Utah's lineage of success. Man, they're not dumb.
Yeah,
they're
we're not talking to some like retards. This is the Utah Jazz. This is not like the Sacramento Kings or something like that.
right. You're not raping them, man. They're not dummies. They're. I personally, there's no way in hell. I always just think of it from there, but there's no way in hell I'm trading Donovan Mitchell and not getting RJ back. And I don't even think RJ's that nice personally. You already know, but I'm just saying, just from optics, you're gonna look dumb to actually be able to let Donovan go and don't get RJ back. There's gonna be some pain involved when you make that trade. I would also send them Fournier too, because that's Gobert's French brother, and then they're losing scoring. Fournier provides them some scoring, and also Fournier got a decent contract, which kind of makes up for some of the gap.
Yeah.
But I'm just it's not because I'm trying to get rid of art. I mean, like you, Diehard, you said a great thing about the Starks, and we will parallel. Starks who you love, but you got to give up something to get something back in the NBA. It's not 2K.
Yeah.
So
these guys are trying to win. But State wanted to ask you too. He wanted to ask, do you think Utah would be? Are they going to be in a tank type of situation? And what do you think their perspective is once they trade?
No, they're never in a tank situation. Even though RJ is 21 and young per se, he still producing now. Like, I mean, it's not totally efficient yet, but he's still producing. So they're gonna want young players, but they're gonna want young players. They're gonna aside from young, they're gonna want people they want people back that's producing.
RJ's going to provide production. Fournier provides production. Um, Again, the picks to them don't mean much because we're going to be a better team with Donovan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, you can say 4 picks, but that doesn't really, that's nothing from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? They're going to need to replace that production they're losing. You know, that's almost the entire offense, really.
So let's say
Donovan Mitchell.
if we trade Donovan Mitchell, what's your starting lineup?
That's always the thing because whenever we make these trades on Twitter, people act like that's the final transaction.
Yeah.
But if we just talk about the people left, I mean, I would want Reddish there. Like State said, you're gonna need a wing to provide some defensive cover for Donovan. In this scenario, we still have Randall, Mitch. It's just a guard situation. It would have to be. I don't know who. I don't. We don't have a point guard yet at this point on the roster. I don't think we have a starting point guard on the roster as of now. It would have to be something we another transaction, either another acquisition to fill in that spot.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, man. Yo, thanks, Rick. Where you calling from again?
I'm calling from Charlotte right now, but I used to Jersey, originally from High Bridge, Bronx, in Chicago. I'm in Charlotte now.
I could definitely hear Chicago in your voice. I could also hear the Bronx and stuff, and I can hear Charlotte too, man. So you're like a everyday man, I guess. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, my brother. All right, we'll try to do this more often. Show boys. Yeah, thanks, man. We'll try to do this more often and get this a little bit more crisp as time goes on. Thanks, man.
All right, man.
All right, peace. So, Mr. What's this guy? David Wick. If this is your number, I'm about to call you now, man. So, answer if you're available. I'm calling you now.
I love Rick, bro. But he knows he got a bias against RJ. But I love Rick though. Love his takes, man. Appreciate you, Rick.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? This is E-Roo from Diehard Knicks, man. We got State here. Who's calling here?
What's up, E-Roo? What's up, State? This is Devon Wink.
Yeah, what's good, my brother? I saw you call.
No,
man,
brother.
So I figured I'd just call you rather than having you have to call back and stuff.
Thank you, but before I get started, I just want to say God bless you both. You know, State is like kind of like a big brother to me, even though we haven't spoke that much. He's the reason why I'm on Twitter and, you know, talking Knicks basketball. And as you overall, you know, your podcast is so underrated, man. You know, you guys always touch on real topics. You know, you never like pay favoritism. That's why you guys are like one of my favorites to watch. Just to start off.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Where you calling from? Where you from?
So I'm originally from Harlem. I was born in Harlem, but I live in Queens right now.
Okay. You can't hide the Harlem accent, by the way.
You already know. Are we still discussing about Donovan Mitchell and Zion Williamson?
No, man. You just start the show. What you want to talk about?
I'm torn right now because like I love Donovan Mitchell because it's the New York in me, right? I love Donovan Mitchell, right? But I can't pass up the fact that I compare Zion Williamson with Cam Reddish and RJ. That's just like it's just so hard to pass up on. Like if I had to choose, and I know I probably don't get tomatoes for this, but I would pick Zion. I love Mitch. I mean, I love Donovan Mitchell. I really do. But I have to pair RJ with his buddy. I have to. And I know I sound like an RJ fanboy, right? It's just that RJ is my third overall pick. You know, I haven't been a Knicks fan that long, as long as everybody else. But he's my third overall pick. And for once, I would like to see a draft pick actually playing out well in New York. So,
love you, King.
It's just tough, man. It's a tough topic, man.
Well, you got Zion, right? So I'm gonna give you Zion. We got RJ, and we got Cam on the same team. Let's say we did it, right? So what's the rest of the roster? What's the rest of the starting five? I should say.
That's a tough one. So we have RJ, we have Cam, we have Zion. We're gonna need a point guard, that's for sure, because there's no way you could just have RJ, Cam, you know, just like Cam could create and stuff like that, but we still need a point guard. That's a tough one. That's a tricky one.
Yo, State put Mo Bamba there. Mo Bamba is not a point guard. Wait, he did put Jalen Brunson. What do you think about Jalen Brunson?
Oh, I love Jalen Brunson. His game is smooth. You know, he doesn't need athleticism in order to make plays. You know, he can read the game well. His father, you know, used to play for the New York Knicks, so he already has basketball background in his blood. You know, because here's the thing. You know, one thing I'm realizing is that a lot of players, you know, especially during this time, are very athletic. But then when it all goes downhill, when father time kicks in, you know, as you can see, Russell Westbrook, you know, I want a player with IQ, like Chris, like you know, like a Chris Paul type. Even though Chris Paul is one of a kind, I want a point guard that's very smart. You know, that's going to know where players is going to be. That's going to be able to read very well and just be able to take control of the game. Like I love that athleticism, but at the end of the day, it dies down after a while. So I need a point. I need a point guard that's really smart.
So how about this? We got Zion, RJ, Cam. Let's say we just straight up sign Brunson and somehow we get Mo Bamba too via trade or whatever.
Ooh.
You know, just magically. This is our starting lineup: Zion, RJ, Cam, Mo Bamba, and Brunson. What do you think about that?
Ooh, I like that. I'm not going to even lie. I like that. I'm not going to front. I get Jalen Brunson, then I get Mo Bamba, you know, who can stretch the floor. You know, then I also got Zion who could get pretty athletic. I like that. I'm not gonna lie, you. I like that. I like that lineup a lot.
Yeah, I can't lie. I like it too. but that's the funny shit, man. There's so many different things that we could do in this thing, and anything is possible. Because I mean, look at all these different rosters out there. Like it's not like magic that all these different people got on these other teams. You know, so why can't we get some magic going on?
I know. Just that we Knicks fans gotta chill, man. Like we can't win the first game of the season and then be out in the garden having block parties and we gotta chill, man. Like we really do because I feel like other players they looking at it. I mean, they like the energy, but they're also looking at it like, yo, they mad ghetto over there. Like why would I want to go to New York? Like they mad ghetto over there. Like you know what I'm saying? So.
That is true. We are
It
so
hurts my heart.
ghetto, man. We are so ghetto over here in New York. It's unbelievable.
Like it hurts my heart, but you know, not for now. I wouldn't want to be a part of any other fan base but this one. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when it's all said and done, when we actually see the finished product for once in our lives, oh man, you think we storming the block? We storm, man. You see how it gets when the Yankees win a championship. The Bronx is banging pots and pans and everybody screaming, and the Knicks is the witch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let me ask you something. Did you see the first episode of Euphoria?
No, but I want to. I've been hearing so much crazy things about it.
Anyway,
I'll
just leave it alone because something happened in that first pilot episode. When you watch it, man, come back on the show and tell me what you thought about that shit. But
I got you.
Yeah, there's a joke that I had, but I can't say the joke because you didn't see the episode. So when you see the episode, you're gonna exactly know what the hell I'm talking about. You know when about that episode. Oh my god. Yeah, man.
All right, man. I got you. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna definitely call back again because I know you got a call, so I don't want to hold you up. Thanks again, Hero. Yo, say thanks again. I appreciate you guys. You guys keep up the good work. All right.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Thanks again. This is Devon. Say your name, man.
It's okay. So I realized that y'all been saying so. It's really Devon. I know it sound like Devon, but it's really Devon Wink.
Devon Wink. Okay, I got you. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks. No doubt.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, that's what's
Yo,
up.
I always get the dude name wrong. It's Devontae Green? Is it Devontae Green?
Is it Devontae Green? I don't know.
I think it's Devontae Green. I definitely said that name in my
Did your phone die again, State?
Huh?
Did your phone die again?
No, my phone? Nah, my phone didn't die.
Oh, okay. Man, me and you gotta have a play date or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta hang. Me and you gonna hang out one day, and we just gonna buy a whole bunch of like stupid ass like little trinkets and stuff like that, survival stuff to get you right in this world. Man, your phone can't be dying on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. You know, we gotta get you a care package to make sure your shit is right.
100% at this moment.
That's what's up.
Oh man.
Hey man, shout out to Guard Up. Guard Up is in the chat. What's up?
Appreciate you, Apollo. Appreciate you. But Yeah, yo, that's a nice starting lineup, man. But in my deal, my starting lineup would be Devontae Green, um, Radish, RJ, Zion, and Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba is a must have, and yeah, it's tough because you letting Mitch walk, but at the end of the day, that paint area, it's gonna be a little clogged down there, with Zion and his big caboose. So on top of the fact that Zion has no mid range. I think he only took 2 mid range jumpers. He has no mid range game whatsoever, like no in between game. So I would like for you know Zion to have a center who can actually shoot threes, and I'm confident in Mo Bamba's space in the floor. And I think Mo would take a little nice pay cut in order to come to the Knicks. Honestly, if the starting center spot open and you get to play, who? Come on now. And I think that's a great fit in the front court. But Zion, another thing I don't like about Zion too, he is too athletic to begin under 9 rebounds a game. Like that is ridiculous. You too
Zion?
athletic, yeah, too athletic, too strong, too big. Gotta get more rebounds than that.
He's also short. He's also short too, man. A lot of his moves and stuff is like power moves. So he uses a lot of like shoulder and stuff just to get to where he needs to go. You know.
Yeah. LAS Daily, how about Thomas Bryant? I like Thomas Bryant, but after seeing him close up this season and his defense is so atrocious, I am so good on Thomas Bryant. I think the Knicks, you got to go get Mo Bamba. If the Magic get a top 2 pick, they're picking a big. Like they're picking a big. They're not picking a guard. They're not taking Ivy. We know this. So they're picking a big. So Mitch could fall. I mean, Mo Bamba could fall right in the Knicks' lap. Literally could fall right in the Knicks' lap. So, like we said before, let's put up the Zion Williamson. I like the screen. I like the setup. It's easy to do. Love it, dog. So I guess put Zion Williamson. And here's the kicker. He only makes $10 million. So that is the interesting thing, right? So, Zion, absolutely got to get Devontae Graham in this deal. Absolutely.
Who's the other player?
Devontae Graham.
Oh, Devontae Graham. Okay. So that's what's that like 21 million.
It's 21 million. Gotta put god damn. Oof. All right. Now here's where things get interesting. Here's where stuff gets spooky. So as you put Devontae Graham and Zion Williamson in this deal, I'm looking at another guy right now, right? And he'll be making more than $10 million by the time. That's a fat guard up next, but we'll be going off of his salary going into the next season. So he'll be still making the rookie scale deal. Now, if I'm thinking like dog right now, I'm thinking like, a smart person. Jonas Valanciunas only makes $14 million, and he can shoot threes. Interesting, very interesting. Put him up there real quick. Let me just fit him up there real quick.
As for the salary?
Yeah, no, put him in the deal as well.
Okay. Yep. So now you're looking at 35 million.
So now I'm looking at Devontae Graham, Jonas Valanciunas, Zion Williamson. Now, if I'm the Knicks, that's what I'm trying to do. Devontae Graham, starting point guard. Zion, poof, starting power forward. Jonas Valanciunas, poof. You got to start in center. Oh shit! Oh, you fucked up some spots. Oh, all right. Put Randall up there. Put 30 up there. Just hurry up and do it, please. Just put him up there. So quick, fast, and a hurry. Just put him up there. We shipping Alec Burks in every deal. I need him off my team. Nah, matter of fact, let me not even be biased. I don't want to be biased here. So what would New Orleans want back in this deal? Would they want another creator? If that's the case, then you would want Alec Burks. But at the same time, it's like,
Well, let me throw a wrench in this. Would they want a sign and trade for Mitch?
Yeah.
Because they just gave up their center, so would they want a sign and trade for
Put
Mitch?
Mitch up there. Put Mitch up there.
I'll put Mitch up there, but it's not going to match the salary though. But just hypothetically, since he's a free agent next year, we might be able to sign him to whatever deal that he wants, and then it'll be there. So essentially, the trade will be even at this point. Yeah, so hypothetically, just to get the money to work, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson will be re-signed. We got Valanciunas, Devontae Graham and Zion. That would be the deal basically, and the Knicks are definitely gonna have to throw in draft picks.
Put quickly up there.
Quickly too.
Yeah, put quickly up there.
There you go. Yep. So that's just another sweetener deal because quickly only makes 2.2 mil. So they still can make it happen. That Mitch Robinson salary, like I said, you can add 10 million to that probably, and then like I said, the numbers will look perfect.
Because it's tough because if you're the Knicks, it's two things. If you're the Knicks, you can't come out this deal without Devontae Graham. I think that's the starter for me. Like, you gotta come back with Devontae Graham. 1, 2. If you're trading Randall and you're getting back Zion Williamson, what the hell are you doing with Mitchell Robinson? Because I damn sure don't want Mitchell Robinson playing with Zion Williamson. That's a fact. That's a fact. Mitch plays the paint. Zion plays the paint. We need to space the floor. And that's the reason why the Pelicans got rid of Steven Adams in order to get Jonas, because Jonas could shoot. He could space the floor, right? So it's tough, but I think you gotta give to get. I think I would definitely give up Mitch in this deal. Damn, that hurts too. But you gotta give to get. Obi might have to go to now. Now I'm keeping Obi out of this deal. PR reasons. PR reasons again. Can you imagine a lineup where you're seeing Derrick Rose, just hypothetically speaking, give me Rose, RJ, Reddish, Zion, Obi. Let me see what that's in for. Or give me a whoever's the point guard. Give me RJ, Grimes, Reddish, Zion, Jonas Valanciunas. Because he can space the floor. You see how center space it opens up the floor for everybody, bro, when you got shooting at that center spot. So it's tough, man. It's tough.
Well, it's not just shooting too. The Valanciunas is a bruiser on the inside too. He sets death picks. He's like a brick wall. Those guys. He sets like perfect picks. And like I say, he can score in the instant. You can actually give him the ball, and he can score from time to time because he averages what? Doesn't he average 18 points a game? He's averaging 18 and 11 right now. So he's not a slouch, He's a decent player.
Nah, he's very decent. I like Jonas Valanciunas. I'm trying to think though. So how many picks am I giving up in this deal? If you're Leon Rose, the former head of CAA, and a CAA client, you would have the background story about the CAA client's health. So I'm assuming that, Mitch can't pick his team. Oh God.
That's so funny, man.
The Knicks with no Zion health. So for me, my start off is three first, man. 3 first. Because healthy Zion, that's spooky. That's with 4 RJ. That's spooky.
Well, definitely picks. I want to say like if you got Julius Randle, re-sign Mitchell Robinson, you got quickly there. That's a decent haul, not for nothing. Because Julius Randle, for all the shit that we talk about him, he's still averaging 20, 10, and 6. So he's not like a bum.
Not a
You know what
bum.
I'm saying? But what the picks come from is that we getting two other starters. That's Valanciunas and Devontae Grant. So
That's a
that's the
fact.
cave. Yeah, that's the wrench in the situation. That's the reason why we got to throw the picks in there, not just because of Zion. You know.
Yeah. Minimum 3 first-round picks. I don't know. Like people like when you're watching this pod, I want you to write in the comments if you feel like this deal is a good deal for both sides. I feel like the Knicks. I feel like both teams win, but my only fear is Zion's health. Is he pulling up Porzingis and just really don't want to be called a Pelican? Do he really want to be a Knick, or is he actually hurt? Like, is there genuine concerns about his foot on 300
Yeah,
pounds?
but shout out to JJ Redick. JJ Redick said that he was like, detached. He's a detached. He's just a weirdo. Zion Williamson is a weirdo. So who knows if he gets here, he might end up being like Kawhi, because it's debatable if Kawhi is even still hurt. Man, the guy, I don't know. He really did have an injury, but I feel like he should have been back by now. The way that he's carrying on.
I got a question
You know,
for you. I have a question specifically for what JJ Redick said. Um, would you want any 21-year-old to be the leader of your team? I'm asking you like a genuine question.
would I want a 21-year-old to be a leader on the team?
To be the leader on your basketball team.
Well, it depends, because I mean, LeBron James, when he came into the league, he was like 18 and he was ready for it to be a leader right on day one.
But do you think he was the leader? That's my point. I'm trying. Like, was he the he can't like the locker room is like a different society. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like a vet, you gotta come in and prove your worth. Like I was listening to a podcast and Mook Morris was talking. Mook Morris, he straight up saying like, I ain't let no stupid ass rookie take my starting spot. You gotta earn for it. You gotta work for it. You don't get things handed to you. So, when I hear JJ Redick criticize Zion Williamson, what the hell is the Pelicans doing having a football medical staff in basketball? What are the Pelicans doing to change their image when they keep getting generational prospects like Chris Paul, like Anthony Davis, and they want to walk out? What are the Pelicans doing to cater to Zion to make him feel like you don't have to force him to put up Instagram stories about a Devontae Graham 3 months ago? What are you doing that you don't include Zion on literally a promotional for next season? That's not good. It's not good.
But at the same time, Zion Williamson look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. So if he act like he don't want to be here, then why would they put him on? Why would they waste the ink to put Zion Williamson on the promo? If like for leadership purposes, that's the franchise drawing a line in the sand, saying, "Listen, we're going to talk about the players that are ready to play." We know for a fact that Zion Williams probably could play today, but he's choosing not to. So we gotta just go with the guys that are out there. I think that's leadership within the organization.
Look, all right. So for me, even though I BS with people a lot, and I say like, "Yo, this is RJ's team, and RJ's a leader, and this, that, and the third," like, let's be honest. Ain't no goddamn 21-year-old leading no team, no NBA vet 10 years in is not listening to no 21-year-old. You gotta earn your stripes. Like, it's no way possible. You think Mook just letting Tatum and those boys eat? Nah, they had to earn it. Like, you gotta earn it. So I don't.
There's so many different. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Steve. But I mean, there's so many different ways to earn that trust, though, to earn that respect. So I mean, sometimes people like they want to be a leader, so they think they know what a leader is, so they start talking. So then, like a vet might tell you, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Get out of here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing to go about it. But there could be a kid that comes in there and then he's just saying some shit, and you just listening to him because real recognizes real. That situation, it has to be just situational, how it goes like that. So I mean, like people with something, I already have it on the screen. It says RJ seems like our leader. I'm on the same page with I am Jarrell. all right, JR seems like our leader, but at the same time, when Julius Randle was going crazy, he's not going over there telling Julius Randle to stop. He doesn't know how to pull Julius Randle's card, because I mean, you can't just go straight up to Julius Randle. He'll probably punch you or headbutt you. You can't
That's a
do that.
fact. He's
Yeah,
a
you
high.
just you just yeah, he's a hothead. You got to know how to. You got to know your players. That's all about being a leader. Some people are just they just can read a room, and they could just like for instance, State. Do you think you're a leader?
Yeah.
Well, I'm being serious. Like, say for like just for Knicks Twitter in general, because that's like the foundation of how we get our takes and stuff like that from a lot of people throughout the internet. We
I,
get it in real time. Do you think you're like a leader on Twitter?
I feel like, I mean, I let people speak for themselves. I think the people like allow me to feel that way. I say my takes, I say how I feel, like no matter what the blowback is, and I think a lot of people respect that. So I feel like I don't think I'm a leader of Knicks Twitter. I just see how the fans and other people treat me on Twitter, and I just take that and I run with it. So if they want to treat me like one of the leaders and let me have like a big Twitter voice amongst Knicks Twitter, I appreciate it. But I don't
What's
I don't take glory for what you know. Oh, like I didn't get here by myself, bro. Like I got here because of these dudes. They interacted with me, so
Well, that's a part of leadership. Leadership is not somebody that I'm on a pedestal, all this type of thing. That's not leadership. Leadership is somebody that's doing what they do, and you
Mhm.
dictate whatever. And before you know it, now you got a whole fleet of motherfuckers behind you. It's not that you put yourself in a position or you act a certain way or nothing. It's just the respect factor is what put somebody up into be a leader. Like, I'll throw another guy out there that's a friend of the podcast, Danny B. People love Danny B. You know what I'm saying? It's not because Danny B is so ill or just whatever. It's something
Nope.
about him that people just gravitate to that dude.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And he's just one of those guys. Even another guy, Papa Left. Papa Left is crazy, but batshit crazy. But he's one of the big personalities on Twitter. So a lot of people follow behind him just based off of how he moves and stuff like that. And also too, like if you told Nick's Twitter to do something within reason, whatever, people will listen to you. If Danny B says something within reason, people will listen. Or they will go to an event or that type of thing, because it's just something about certain people.
Yep.
Simeon Russell, the number one, they call him the Podfather for a reason. Simeon Russell don't call himself the Podfather. We call him the Podfather. I got this is one of the overlays, this dire state of mind. But I haven't been on NBK in a while. Sim hasn't been on my podcast in a while. But on my main thing here, you're gonna see NBK fam on here every single time. Because that's the respect that I have for that dude. And the respect that I have for him is not, it's not something that other than what he just has been doing. Leadership is so many different ways to be a leader. That's the point I'm trying to make with all this.
Yeah. Yeah. You could tell like amongst Nick Twitter like who people gravitate towards. Sam is like shout outs to Apollo because Apollo shout outs to you. um y'all guys was to help me like really get to this point. Sim, I definitely called him the pod father for a reason. He was one of the first people that I've seen when I first started like doing podcasts and stuff. Like he was one of the first people I seen on YouTube doing podcasts, and that was with and it felt authentic. You get what I'm saying? Because you got one guy, he screamed, he's batshit crazy like me. You got Mark, he's out of his mind, off his rockers. You got Angie, you got this guy, you got this guy, you got Rob. He literally set the foundation. Like he literally showed dudes how to do it. Like you get a bunch of people who Knick fans, none of them got the same opinion. That's the thing. You want to listen to various opinions. I listen to other people's podcasts. I turn your podcast off if I'm hearing some bullshit. That's a fact. If I'm hearing too Randall centric or too RJ, if it's just too centric, I can't listen to that because you're not giving me facts. I like facts. This is the reason why, even though it's certain things I don't want to talk about with you, I like it. That's why I told you the other day. Yo, ask that question. If you want to trade, if there's a point guard Dejounte Murray for RJ Barrett, shoot it. Those conversations gotta be had. That's the only way people gonna look at you and actually respect what you gotta say. So that's
Right.
where I be coming from. That. Yeah, much love, Apollo, man. Y'all three guys y'all three guys is the best, man. I appreciate all three of you guys, man. But
But
good
you know,
leaders, man.
well, it's the same thing too. Like I run my podcast. Usually I do it by myself. Me and you rock together. I like to hear you talk. I like to hear your takes. We do a great job together. That's why I like to rock with you. But me, I could care less. I could care less if anybody watching me. This is what I do. I don't care about anybody's opinion. This is how I am. So I'm a leader within myself. Whether people follow me is a whole different situation. But I'm not looking for that. I'm a leader. I'm a my own foundation. I lead myself. Is
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say. So I mean, like RJ might be that type of person. He might be that guy. Listen, I don't care what Julius Randle's doing over there. I know what I'm doing over here. So I'm just gonna do my shit. And then maybe I lead by example. He's not one of those guys that rally. So that could be a leader too. But at the same time, when you talk about team concept, you need somebody to be able to net see the room and know how to utilize each and every person in there. And then if I call, like say I got to use Sim in this situation. If I use Sim for this thing, Sim he's a leader. He's doing his thing, but he'll call your Ero. Like, do you think you could do this? Or he'll be like, guard up next. Do you think you could do this? Or hey, how can I help you? Like that type of thing. And this just gets everybody together. And then while we all working together, that's the leadership. He knows how to pull buttons and get people together. So in sports, you kind of need that. You need
yeah,
somebody to be able to do that.
yeah. That's a fact. And God up next. So Apollo. All right, I agree with you, but I think you got it mixed up. I think RJ leads with his voice. Cause there's times where RJ pulls up on Randall. Like he pulled up on him and a couple others, like, yo, big dog, like you ain't passed me the rock. Randall, Randall, he'll do his little, come on, man. He'll walk away from RJ, but he'll hear him though. He'll listen to him and he'll give him the pass the next play. Like I've seen it before. He'll walk away from RJ, but he'll hear him though. That's a new phone call?
Yeah, that's a new phone call.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, brother.
Well, Mister, this is Marvin from Texas. You can turn your mic back on stage. This is Marvin from Texas. You got to turn the YouTube down so we can hear you. So once you mute the YouTube, then we'll pop you on the call, Mister Marvin. All right, so let's try Marvin again. Hey Marvin, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's up? What's up, E-Rule? What's going on, State?
He
Can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you. I muted
What's up,
state
brother?
just so we can get the
Yeah, I
audio
just
good.
don't want the static.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know you had a call in. I was on a podcast in L.A., man. I mean, we had a nice little conversation about that Juwan Howard thing, man.
Okay, cool, man. So right now we're
I
kind
just,
of I don't know if you hear what we're saying. We're talking about leadership and stuff. What do you think about all that?
you mean leadership with the Knicks?
Well, just in general, man. It could be the Knicks or just in general in sports, or just in life, whatever.
Well, I mean, hey, man, that leadership thing goes a long way, man. I mean, when you have somebody that is capable of leading others, first of all, it can really inspire a lot of great things, man. I mean, you can take it in sports, you can take it in everyday life, you can use it in so many different ways, man. You think of your parents, how they brought you up, and everything that, the way you are today is a product, basically, for all of us on how we was raised, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Do you think the Knicks
Yeah.
have anybody on the roster that's capable of leadership?
Wow, that's a hell of a question. Well, you look at that roster, man, and then usually a leader is a starter. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I'm gonna tell you who could have probably been a leader, and that's Kimba. But he kind of broke his spirit, man, when he benched him, man. The last time I spoke with you, E, I didn't get a chance to mention that situation on you, man. Now, you can look at what Kimba's doing right now and say that was the right thing to do early in the season. But if you think back of when Tibbs benched uh, Kimba, the Knicks were one game over 500 when he benched him. And ever since then, I think they 14 games under since that very day. Now, I ain't going to say how much it meant, but Kimba wasn't happy. And I don't know if you guys realize it, but I don't think Fournier was happy about that situation.
Right.
And that was Tibbs flexing his muscle back then.
at a time when he really didn't need to. He kind of tinkered with something that really wasn't broke at the time. You guys, I mean, New York was one game over 500 when he benched him, man.
Yeah, to me that's a fractured leadership as far as the coach is concerned. Because like the coach is
Right.
supposed to be Tom Thibodeau, so they're relying on him to show us how to lead,
Yeah,
and then he just
that's
mismanaged the
right.
whole situation.
Yeah, and you do something like this now. What we supposed to look for now? To me, to be a leader, man, you got to work. You got to, hey, man, you got to walk a tight rope, man. Because you can tinker from one side to the other, man, and then before you know it, you got people jumping ship, or if you're doing the right thing, you got everybody right behind you, man. I mean, think of this thing that just happened. We referenced this last time to the Bengals, and Joe Burrow has become a leader of that team, and you can see how many people followed it, and it can take you a long way when you have that mentality. You can think back to most of the great teams, organizations of any sport, man. They usually do have a vocal and a out front leader who a lot of the guys follow, man. And in the Knicks case, I mean, it's a variety of things that build up to this. I mean, and I can tell you this. I believe at one time Randall could have been that, but his spirit is broke now. I mean, that's almost out of the question. He's not going to be that. Now he's frustrated. And then if you're looking for Tibbs to be that leader, well, you got to do what he say or hit the highway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, shout out to Gary, Indiana. Shout out to Chicago. But I know you're a Chicago Bulls fan. So who is your leader on the team? But I'm gonna just lead you on here because they already had their set players on their team, but then they went and brought DeRozan. But to me, it seemed like DeRozan came in there and brought his own leadership to the squad. And just from the outside looking at, I feel like DeRozan might have took on that role. But what do you think about what I'm saying about your team in Chicago?
That's so ironic that you bring that up, E, because I told you about me being a freaking caller into the Windy City Breeze up there. Well, we kind of had this same question, and I posed this to the fans up there. And the way I feel is this: it might not seem like to a lot of people, but Zach LaVine is still the leader. One thing Zach has did, man, is he has dedicated himself to the Bulls. He stayed with us when we was just total nothing, man. When you see a player of his caliber averaging 27 and last, he averaged 26, 25, 27 last year. In all three of those years, we were a terrible team. But he stayed there and he fought and he played hard every game, which gave him the stamp of approval of being the leader to that team. In comes DeRozan this year, and the difference in these two guys is that they almost just like brothers, man, already. The mesh, what's remarkable about the Bulls this year is how quickly they meshed with all of these new parts. Now listen, meshing a team together is critical in a coach. That's where you give a lot of props to Billy Donovan. See, when you get all these millionaires together, egos can clash. But when you can get them to work together this fast, in the same sense as like what I'm talking about Philly and what I'm talking about Brooklyn. Now, they can be hoop hara and all of this about this and that, but they ain't seen how they gonna mesh yet. Everybody don't mesh together this quick and that fast and then be good at it. In the Bulls case, they actually meshed very well. And now, if you think about it, this whole team this year, we really ain't had no enforcer. Well, now they go out and get Tristan Thompson,
Yeah.
which is almost perfect for this team. I'm telling you. I don't know if you guys remember in that OKC game against the Bulls when I forgot his name, Adams picked up one of our centers and basically carried him off the damn floor. Nobody did nothing. When the other boy knocked down Caruso and broke his wrist, really nobody did nothing. We didn't have. At one time we had Oakley. We traded Oakley to the Knicks and got Cartwright. And a lot of people said in Chicago, because I'm an older guy, so I was watching them then. I wasn't upset about that trade because at that time we had an enforcer in Oakley because we needed Oakley then because the Bulls were going through a lot with Detroit because Detroit was beating Michael's ass every damn time we got in the play. Would beat him up, throw him down. Well, Oakley came in and changed that. Well, once they realized that was over with, the Bulls front office, which is key in winning. I told you this about top of the line when top of your organization is smart and builds a winning organization in the bottom. They went and traded Oakley to the Knicks and got Cartwright, and we won 3 championships after that.
Yeah, the foresight too with that, they also got Horace Grant to replace Oakley, so that it all
Yeah,
became like a beautiful mix. That everything came
that's right.
together right in the right spot.
And the same thing, like when I wrote into you yesterday, calm down, calm down. I was telling you that loud as we gonna speak, as much as we talk, much as we hoop and holler and everything, man. Truthfully enough, that front office really don't hear it. And to be honest, most front offices are not real basketball smart, and that's why they hire GMs and hire other assistant GMs to try to get through that basketball knowledge to get that, to know about getting the right pieces in place. But in the Knicks case, because of the losing that you guys haven't won in so long, it was critical to get a name in as a head coach, and the biggest name out there was Thibodeau. And his background, what a lot of people don't realize is that his resume is good, but nowhere on that resume is a championship. Nowhere on there is a championship. You can be a damn good coach and never get to the top, and your fans, they're not going to tolerate it for so long. And Tibbs' case, if he would be just a little bit flexible, man. And right now, the season and got to the point now that it's kind of out of hand, and then you got a real tough schedule coming up in this last little bit of the season. But with him being so stubborn early this season and doing the things that he do and not making in-game decision adjustments, I mean, it's hard. I mean, if us as fans can see that he didn't make adjustments after timeout, then something is wrong, man. Come on, Tibbs. It seems like sometimes the pressure gets to him in the same sense of him not knowing how many challenges he had, benching guys when he see, and then not being able to stop runs. Listen, man, if you up by 28 damn points, there is nobody on this earth going to tell me that is the player's fault if you lose that game. That is coaching. If I was a coach and somebody was starting to come back on me with 28 down, if I had to get my ass out there and lay on the floor to get a tag as a coach, I would do it to stop the run. Tibbs let stuff go on too long, and then what it is what's frustrating with him. After the game is over in his press conference, he act like it ain't nothing. He act like, they didn't play well down the stretch. And sometimes it happen like that. If you don't do this, man, this is on you, G. Don't be talking about they. And I mean that. Sometimes we don't lay blame where blame's supposed to be laid, and then it goes upstairs to Dolan too. I mean, you just can't sit on your hands and let this. I mean, I told you this the last time we called. There's no damn way that you guys were in the playoffs last year and then to be this bad this year because of 2 players. Don't tell me that. That's not true.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Like, let's say if he was to fire Tibbs, this is from State. If he was to fire Tibbs, who you think should be the coach for the Knicks?
Well, I would tell you this. I think firing Tibbs right now would be wrong. You're too far gone right now. Let him take the blame for this. If you bring another coach in here right now, everybody's going to get mad at him. Now, if he change it around by changing his coach, I mean, even if you win, if you can get it to 500 with a new coach, it would be okay. But if you bring in a new coach right now and you keep losing, you're going to lose the confidence from the fans of that coach also. And that's a product of Tibbs trickling down. But earlier this year, man, when I called in and I spoke with Sam, I told him before all this happened, I called in the day after he benched Kimba, and I told him, Tibbs has gotten started, guy. Here he goes, trying to be overprotective and a big-time boss, and he tinkering with something for no reason. Now, listen, man, Kimba's a veteran, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking up for Kimba because I know he ain't been playing well, but at the time, you guys 1 game over 500. He bitches Kimba. The next game, everybody praises Tibbs. You know why? Because y'all won that game. Well, right after that, you went on a losing streak. So the whole time that Kimba was out, you guys went 4-8. A lot of people ain't looked at that. You bring him back, he scores 44 points. Kimba. Everybody praises Tibbs again. Tibbs is a messiah. He know what to do. He sat him down. He came back and hit 44. Well, if you'd have looked back in them 12 games when Kimber sat, you lost 8 of them. He ain't no damn Messiah. He the problem.
Word up, man.
I mean that, man. I mean, see, cause I was dealing with a CP, man, on Knicks Fan TV. I didn't get a chance to speak with him, but I was in the chat. And I left a message to him, and I said, Tibbs got a way of kind of making people be, can't see what he's really doing. He really does. You really can't see it because just like last year, I'm not going to say it was, I said it was an aberration, but it was a little bit of overachievement along with good coaching. So it's hard for anybody to blame him as much this year when you see what he did last year. And that's understandable. But one thing about it, if you keep doing the same thing, I heard State say this the other day, you cannot lose 3 straight damn games after you win it by more than 20 points or more in a row without knowing that something is wrong with the coach. It's obvious.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Well,
Yeah, man.
yo, Marvin, man, I love it when you call, man. I could, I feel like I could call you and just talk to you. Let's let you, you can make shit sound good, man. You know what
Hey,
I'm
man,
saying?
I'm telling you know what, Hebrew, man, I was just on the show, LA podcast, these young guys, man. And I got a question for you on this. I'm not trying to change the subject. I just want to know your opinion and your fans and state. We was on the subject about Juwan Howard. Do you think he was warranted for slapping that guy?
Let me. I got to mute state. Guys, state.
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
if you can hear me, so I'm going to answer his question.
Can you hear him, Marvin?
No, I still haven't heard.
All right,
Man, so
interesting. So, wow. As far as like the Juwan Howard,
hold on a second, Marvin.
all right. As far as the Juwan Howard stuff is concerned, I'm not mad at it. When you see another video, you see the coach, goes up to him and he taps him, and you see obviously Howard, is right after coaching. You just lost, you in a mid battle. He told him, "Don't effing touch me." He told him that. There's a video out of close up. So he says, "Don't effing touch me." The coach kept touching him. You in it's battle. You in the field right now. You see how Randall acted towards Kenny Payne after he got fouled by Steph Curry and he was pissed off, and Kenny Payne was like, "Man, come on, dog. You in the battle." I'm not really mad at what Juwan Howard did. I felt like he was in the right. You don't call a timeout with 4 seconds left, you clown, when your team is already up double digits. It's all about respect. So that coach showed Juwan Howard no respect when he called that timeout. That's like in 2K, you playing for the money, and your man is beating you by 10 for $100, but he calls timeout with 4 seconds left. I'm gonna be salty with him. So, I don't think he's wrong. He should get suspended though, for sure. Probably a game or two. But no, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Juwan Howard did. I pointed his finger, but he didn't touch the coach. That's true. But the coach was not the person that he hit. He hit the assistant coach. Now, the argument that these guys had with me was the assistant coach bum rushed him. Man, Juwan Howard is 6'10", 260 pounds. I'm not saying that means much, but it does. And it was 3 people in front of Juwan Howard. He reached over the top of them to hit the boy. All I'm going to say is this, guy. When you're in a place of authority, and him being the coach of a prominent university in Michigan, you have to restrain yourself. You have to restrain yourself. I'm not saying what they did was right. No. But you want to make sure you're right on the end of this. And that's the very reason he put out a statement today apologizing. And in my eyes, with him being the coach of a Michigan basketball team, I'm going to ask you this, State. One of the reasons I'm upset with him is this. How about if he came in your house, State, recruited your son, told your son he was going to be the father figure, the protector of him, and then went out there and hit somebody What does that show to your son? That's not guidance, man. And it starts there. When you accept that job, you accept criticism. As far as the guy calling the timeout, I mean, the guy said that Howard was pressing, and they was going to get a 10-second violation. Now, I didn't watch it. I don't know that, but that's what he said. Now, as far as him getting mad enough to strike somebody because of that, it's not warranted, man. It's not. And the fine and the suspension, it's almost not enough. They should have fired him. You do not reach and touch, and especially slap somebody in the face. As a head coach, it's in the book. You don't supposed to do that. The best thing that Juwan Howard could have did was took it like a man and been mad and said some harsh words and walked away. As soon as he raised his hand, he made it his problem. And that's why the other guy ain't got suspended or fined, and he did.
Yeah, I get what you're coming from with that, man. Definitely. But it's just messy. It's a messy situation because I mean the dude did touch him, so I mean and then everybody gets around, and then all the testosterone comes around. Because
okay, but Hebrew, the guy who touched him, he ain't the one. He didn't slap him.
Word, that's true. Absolutely.
If he wanted to make it right, he should have slapped the shit out of that damn coach.
Word up. That should have been it.
And then the assistant coach would still have the left side of his face. It wouldn't be so fucking red right now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Definitely, man. Definitely.
I mean, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm a brother, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I'm with them. No, but doing right is right and wrong is wrong. It is, man. Now, if they bum rush him, if one of them coaches would have slapped him, man, please whoop his ass. They did, man. And I'm not taking up for these guys, man. But when you're in a place of authority, man, that's like us as adults to our kids, man. We tend to, if something's going on, we would rather grab our son or our daughter, take them off, then come back and take care of their business. That way, they don't at least see me like a damn fool so much in front of them. He got all these kids he's mentoring. What does that show to the kids on the team? Okay, next time somebody say something to me, I'm going to slap the shit out of them. My coach did it. I'm telling you, kids can think like that. And that's what the university was trying to show Howard. They really have the strength in just finding him and suspending him for the time because he really has a chance to come back and still be running in the playoffs with these guys.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, with him braving his hand, okay, here's a question. Should that assistant coach sue him? He struck him.
Well, they're actually talking about all that stuff, so it's getting kind of ugly. It's getting ugly there.
Yeah,
but
it's going to get worse and worse and worse.
Well, one thing. Yeah, one thing I want to throw into it too is the student athletes because Juwan Howard did whatever he had to do, but he had kids in front of him. He had his kids right there, so I saw his kids throwing punches and pushing and stuff like that too. So when it comes down to it, these kids might lose their scholarship and whatever. So like you bring it to that point too about the leadership, about families and trusting the coach into teaching their kids a certain certain type of just how to be a man in his life. He totally missed the boat on that one. I agree with you to that point.
This goes way further than his feelings.
Right.
He's got a lot of people's feelings that are dependent on his actions, which are that hold them young kids on their team. Every one of us who are watching on TV, his boss, the university, all of this comes into play when you raise your hand and strike somebody. Because now, this boils to the university president who hired him. Now everybody goes, well, why would you hire somebody like this? Now he's going to start getting flagged. Then, like I say, it don't stop there because the guy who got slapped, hey, he got a case.
Yeah.
He really does. He was assaulted.
Yeah, word up.
And us as black, as black people, we go out, yeah, man, knock the hell out of that motherfucker. But
I knew that was coming.
I
knew that was coming. I knew that. I was just waiting for it.
When I called in and told you about how the fans can really get on a player, but they know one thing they can't do is lay hands on them.
Well, what's up, OG?
Remember I told you that the other day? I said, now you can talk all the noise you want, but you know you ain't gonna lay no hands on them because you know what's gonna happen to you.
Right. That's the energy I keep too, man. Guys can talk as much as they want, but you ain't gonna touch me. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it like that, you know?
It's one of them bars that I put down. You can dish it out, but you just can't take it.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. In everyday life, we go through ups and downs. You have racial slurs. You go through situations, and you know, as old as we are, guys, we done got ourselves out of situations without getting it overblown plenty of times. And then we be proud of our own self. Man, I'm sure happy I didn't pop that motherfucker. I'm sure happy I didn't hit him in his mouth. I'm sure happy I didn't do this. Well, that's your adult in yourself taking over in rational situations. To be labeled a punk, we all know if we're punk. You was being punk a long time ago before the day. So don't make it seem like this one issue turn you into a punk, because before this issue happened, you've been getting punked.
Yeah.
You know that, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know it. I mean, seriously, punk stuff not made in one damn day. It's over a long period of time.
Yeah.
You usually get punked for a long period of time, and now you just used to get punked, so hubble bubble, you gonna get punked.
Yeah, word up. Well, yo, Marvin, same thing, man. You know, like I said, I can listen to you forever, man. But we gotta cut you because,
I know, man.
yeah, status.
I appreciate you taking my call, man. Appreciate it. Hey, stay. Hey, man, I love y'all show, man. I was trying to chime in. Boy, I sure needed you to calm down the other day, too, Hebrew. I thought you would have a damn heart attack on camera, boy.
Yo, God forbid, man. I really do got to take it easy because sometimes I look back at the videos that I post, I say, "Oh my God, I think I was losing my goddamn mind."
I'm gonna say this and don't hang up, Hebrew. Seriously, man, and I mean this, man.
Yeah.
I ain't never met you, man, but we done had some decent, some real good conversations, man. And I really, sometimes, man, I be real concerned. Like, you got to bring it down, man. Calm down, Hebrew. Ain't much you gonna say that's gonna change them damn people's minds up in that front office and for the Knicks, man. You can holler, scream, you can get your blood pressure up and everything, but ain't much gonna change it, man. So you take care of yourself first. Be concerned and love your team, but don't hurt yourself, man.
Yeah, I got you, man. All right, Marvin. Have a good night, bro.
Appreciate you.
I no doubt. Yep.
Yo. So this is what I love about RJ Barrett, right? He don't post. He don't really post like that. He don't really tweet like that. He don't do the whole internet thing. So I'm looking at Twitter, and I see a guy like KPJ. He's on Twitter. You see the picture. He's on Instagram Live and all that. You don't need to be on Instagram Live when you're 30 plus games under 500. That's why I was tight with Obi and Quickly doing TikToks. I don't need to see you TikToking and we 9 games under 500. John Morant could TikTok. He's an all-star. His team is winning. I don't want to see nothing fun from you dudes. After what y'all subjected us to this season, Quickly, I seen a stat. I know you've seen it too when it talks about defensive field goal percentage, right? And you see RJ and you see Quickly on that list. Shout out to them both. My eyes don't match that list. My eyes see that Quickly gets smoked on defense a lot, doesn't pass the ball. The most egregious play I've ever seen from a guard, I would have tore my ACL trying to pull Quickly out the game. The game with a dude, yo, what's up, OG? The game, I'm good, brother. How you doing, brother? That's good, brother. The game with Quickly had an open layup. He went straight to the 3 to shoot a contested 3. I done pulled my ACL pulling him out. I done pulled it, man. So, it's stuff like that, that kills me. But I love this question right here. Look who RJ mentors are. So this is why in my Donovan Mitchell deal, this is why I got a guy like Royce O'Neal. This is why I got a guy like Rudy Gay. This is why you get Donovan Mitchell. You can see how Utah played against us. You see how when Donovan Mitchell started moving the ball, you see how they was moving the ball on us? You see how they was picking us apart? Each play, just picking us apart. you only go as far as your team's best player. In football, it's kind of different. Football, everything got to go your way. Everything got to go your way. It wasn't just Matthew Stafford who won that ring. Aaron Donald was dominant. Everything got to go your way. But basketball, you go as far as your best players take you. So, we gonna see, man. We gonna see, man. I love Obi, but Obi got to show me more, man.
Mr. Obi.
Yeah,
They all gotta show something. Like like you were saying, tearing your ACL for the pull. What's the name out? Quickly.
I pulled him so fast.
I didn't see enough of these guys. I've seen enough of these guys to know who's good and who's not, man. Like, Mitchell Robinson. I feel like he's like somebody that we can keep if we need to. But if we can use him to get another player, I'm down to do it too. RJ, we can build around him. I like Grimes, I like Deuce and this, that, and the other. But a guy like Quickly, Obi, we know what we got in these guys already. We know what we need to do in order to get the best out of these two players. So if we're gonna move away from somebody, those are the guys we got to move away from. In order to get where we need to go. Not is no knock on the talent of certain players, but you have to give up to get. We're trying to get to where we need to go.
I think the most annoying shit like ever, like, and it really annoys me, like genuinely it really annoys me. Like, so Wood, shout outs to Wood OG. He's on the Twitter thread. So he says to me, I would trade Donovan Mitchell for RJ. I mean, I would trade RJ Barrett for Donovan Mitchell. Okay, my question to him back was, who's your starting five? Why I can't get an answer back? So little shit like that really bothers me when it comes to certain questions. Okay, you'll do that trade? All right, what's your starting five? I bet you won't get an answer. I bet you people gonna start dancing. I don't want to dance like that.
Well, that's the leadership that I'm talking about. The leadership within us, like us as content creators and stuff like that. We're thinking in that certain way. These people that give their opinion, they're not thinking that way. They're just trying to make a take. They're trying to dissect what you're saying. They're trying to make a fool out of you because that's what they're getting out of this Twitter experience. You know what I'm saying? But me and you, we're trying to play. We're talking about basketball and things of that nature. We're trying to figure out. We just love it. It's a science. We just love to hear people talk about basketball. So it's extremely triggering when people can't answer simple questions. How am I supposed to know? I'm not this and the other. Listen, let man, then get out of here.
I got an example. So remember the other day you said you would trade RJ for Murray? What was my first question as soon as you said that? What's your starting five? Did you give me a starting five? Yes or no? Yes, you did. Whoop-de-doo. See how that conversation goes? You don't even gotta curse at each other, no nothing.
Yeah, well, whether or not you like it or not, I'll tell you what I think, and then you tell me what I think, and we'll talk about it, But at the same time, like it's just BS. Because I give you my opinion about this and that, but just like my man Marvin said, that it don't really matter because the people up top can't hear us, So we're just talking with each other. So there's no use of us blowing blood vessels at this level when the person up here that's calling the shots can't even hear us. We're like literally underground. We're literally all underground. This podcast stuff is underground. They can't really hear us unless they got guys that watch it. Tibbs might be watching this right now. He might be watching. This might be Tibbs right here. Don Hines. He might be Tibbs on the low burner account.
Yeah. Honestly, I think management do got to add to the fan base. I think they do. Honestly. It's nowhere in hell you don't do the Reddish deal without some type of like fan influence with that deal behind that. Like with a thought process on top of the fact that you have RJ, right? But fans was literally begging for Reddish, bro. Like literally begging. Yeah. He was also begging for a point guard, but
I can't believe you got us Reddish, man. I feel like you got us ready. You want to talk about that they can't hear us? I feel like you have manifested that shit.
No way they was going. You let Reddish go to another team? You got RJ. Give up the first round pick. Give up the first. Give up the first, man. Come on now.
Mr. Manchild, we were talking about DeJounte Murray. That was the big conversation.
That was DeJounte Murray. Yep. And just like how I challenged Wood just now when he said, "Yo, I would trade RJ for Donovan Mitchell." Okay, MFA, what's your star five? You can't give me a rebuttal. It's gonna be, oh, you like losing and stuff like. No, just answer the question. That's all. I don't want to do it back and forth. Give me the starting five, and I'll give you my answer if that starting five is butt cheeks or not. Simple.
You know what the equivalent to that is? It's like going to a West Indian restaurant, ordering like oxtail, and then they charging you $1.50 for the sauce. It's like, motherfucker, just get out of oxtail. Just put some sauce in the damn thing.
Come
You know,
on.
like it's not like asking you something crazy. This out of oxtail, there's sauce in the pan. Put sauce on the oxtail. You know, why do I have to get into an argument about it? It is the same thing. Like, listen, just give me your starting five, fam.
I'm gonna give you a pure example. I swear to God. 3 years ago, I ordered a chopped cheese in the store. I didn't tell them the ingredients. Nothing. Black man asked for chopped cheese. What the hell do you put on the chopped cheese without even asking this black man? You put mayonnaise and you put ketchup. Simple shit. This motherfucker, he gives me a sandwich, nothing on it, just meat. That's what the Knicks is trying to do.
You ever tried that chopped cheese spot on is 125? I think by the 2 and 3. I forgot what street that is. The chopped cheese spot.
So there ain't no chopped cheese spot over there on 125th and Lenox right now. It is a Chipotle, disgusting. Across the street is Wingstop. I don't like Wingstop like that. Then it's
it's like adjacent from what is that? What it is? I know it's right next to a bank, like a bank that's outside. It's like a teller that's outside. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's not a that's not a chopped cheese spot, bro. That's a that's the seafood spot now. I know what you're talking about.
No, the seafood spot is there. It's the seafood.
Oh, Evil froze. I guess Evil froze. Oh, I was about to take over, man. Talk my. All right.
Am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Okay, you know what happened? Fanspo just did something. Fuck Fanspo, man. Trying to ruin the damn podcast. But I'm trying to say like that little fish spot that's on the corner. They actually put like it's a bodega, but it's actually called like chopped cheese. That's the name of the bodega. Yeah, let me see if I can get the exact address.
Chopped cheese is good, man. What y'all know about chopped cheese, man? And so Shop Powers basically died. He said, "State, would you trade RJ for Deontay Murray?" You know what I told him? Hell no, you out your goddamn mind. But then I go, yo, what's your starting five? And he gave me a starting five. I still told him hell no. Easy conversation. Easy conversation. I'm open to any conversation if you could give me a plausible reason why. Because I'm not thinking about the now. I'm always thinking about the future. Whenever I say, even the almighty fourth seed, I'm thinking about the future.
Yeah, I'm thinking about food now, man. It's 125th and Malcolm X Boulevard. It's it's literally next to that seafood spot. The seafood spot is it's called Crab du Jour, whatever the fuck it's called. It's next to the Wells Fargo Bank on the outside. But right next to the Wells Fargo, there's a chopped cheese spot. It is the name of the store is literally chopped cheese. That's what it's called. It's on 125th and Malcolm X.
Nah, yo, I don't think they upgraded it, brother. It's now it's a Jamaican spot.
No, I'm telling you. I was there the other day. They got really good chopped cheese in this store.
I might have to do a Twitter live straight from 2/5 so I can see this chopped cheese.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Set up the table right in front of the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'm done. I'm mad hungry, Jarrell. But I gotta talk Knicks though. My stomach way. I'm doing a double anyway. That's free money. So what else? Oh, he didn't. OG wanted my opinion upon the Juwan Howard stuff. So basically, if you're listening, I was quiet while people was on the phone because it felt choppy off the first call. So I felt like I didn't want to say anything while the callers were speaking because I wanted to have good audio. But OG asked me about the Juwan Howard thing. So as usual, State does what he does. He says something out of pocket, out of mind, but it's gonna sound correct. Like he's in the view because he's a black man. I mean, shit. What you want me to say? You want me to lie? You want me to say something different? I'll give you an example. When Tom Izzo was in that young black man's face for Michigan State, what they said that was, Diehard, coaching, right? Right or wrong?
Right.
They said it was coaching. He in his face, cursing at him. With all due respect, I never even seen Tibbs do something like that. And Tibbs is a cursing MFer. So if I never seen Tibbs like really like and a play a face like how Tom Izzo was, then I feel like you can't really, if y'all not gonna make that a big deal and all that, don't try to make that Juwan Howard stuff a big deal. It you know, we're from the block man, from the hood man, sound like they just on him because it's extra magnified because he a black man. But I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna do it just in case if somebody's just thinking that way, you know, that's for you. But on the other side, I don't think it's that way. I think wholeheartedly he should be suspended for like 1 or 2 games, 2, 3 games. And you're coaching college kids. You're a leader of young men. You gotta be the person to keep your head on straight. Like you gotta be the person to, you know, rally the troops. Like you can't get rattled. He basically got rattled. But he got provoked at the same time. You can't tell a black man tell you don't touch me. He tell him don't touch me, bro. He wants you.
You know, I can't tell people how to you know, like react to certain situations. But if it was me and the guy came up to me, he grabbed me and did whatever, I would tell him the same thing too. But I would give him a Ghost Rider penance stare. And I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. Don't touch me, bro. 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 I'm not gonna keep doing that. I'm just like, yo, don't fucking touch me. And then it will just be the Ghost Rider penance there, you know. And then people will be like, yo, everything's good. You know what happened? You know, because they wouldn't even know what's happening because I'm not saying nothing. And that dude would see the look in my eyes and he would feel it in his soul, and he would know that he needs to back the fuck up because I ain't got nothing to say to you now. I don't already told you. Now the thing is too. Listen, I'm 6'9", whatever, balls big as I don't know what. I'm gonna go meet you in your office hours, my brother.
Yo,
To my private jet, and then call it a day.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with Juwan Howard. Personally, for me, I don't think he's wrong for that, but I would still suspend him just because of the whole hand thing. Like, and it's you around college kids. Like, you got to be a leader, and I think that's just showing leadership if you just suspend him 1 game. If you choose not to suspend him, I can understand that too. You don't want to magnify a situation that already looks bad, and Michigan they're already having a losing season. You know, so yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, my bad, man. Could you hear me when I was talking before?
Yes.
Or did I get messed up?
A little bit, but I still can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we just been on for a minute, so I think the stream is messing up. I think it might be Facebook. Facebook is a damn bitch, man. They keep messing up the damn stream, so I'm about to send them a stern email. You know. That's probably what Juwan Howard should have did. send them a stern email.
Yeah, I ain't mad at Juwan Howard, man. But yo, man, I love I keep thinking about that Donovan Mitchell deal, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll give him like 5 firsts for that. The Randall deal, I mean, the Zion deal is cool. I like the Donovan Mitchell deal more. But if I had to choose between Zion and Donovan Mitchell, I'm picking Zion first, man. I'm picking Zion first. Don't ask me why. I just 27, 60% from the field. Nobody's stopping that man. If he's healthy, he's unstoppable. So
he's also very efficient too. The things that Mitchell Robinson does, Zion doesn't do that. They score very similar. A lot of face-up game and stuff like that. But Zion is way more efficient than Julius Randle could ever be. You know.
As far as like the shots that Zion takes, Zion got the ball in his hands. Zion is driving to the paint and this, that, and third. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and Zion can actually post up and he uses his body to get inside and stuff like that. And Zion doesn't really talk like the way that Randle does. So it's a lot of different things that will be beneficial to what we're trying to do here on our club.
Yeah, man. So hopefully, Hopefully something happens for the Knicks, man. Last question before we get out of here.
All right.
Now I gotta ask you this question, right? Just for the homers. I gotta ask you this question for the homers. You know, it's a few homers listening, so I gotta ask this.
Yeah.
Think the Knicks can make the playoffs, man?
Oh, what are you, Anthony Donahue?
Nah, I just gotta ask the question. Because I know it's homers listening. You know, people get tired of listening to toxic stuff all day. I'm very toxic, by the way. Like, if you listen to me, I'm toxic, but I hold myself accountable. You can be toxic if you hold yourself accountable. If you had a bad take before, update yourself. That's all. Or say, yo, Nick Nation, I apologize. You know. So, do you think we can make a run for the playoffs? All right. The first part of my question is, would you bring RJ back? Right, knowing where we're at in the season, 9 games under 500. Well, it's probably a two-part question. Would you bring RJ and Derrick Rose back this season? 9 games under 500. And 2, do you think realistically, do you believe Tibbs? That's the basis of everything. Do you believe Tibbs when he says we're going to look at changes and look at everything in the wall? For the chat, remember what Tibbs said in the playoffs? We're going to do everything at the wall. And he did the same exact thing from game 4 to game 5. Lying. So the floor is yours, Dog.
Man, you said so much. I was trying to get a vibe, so I gave you an answer, but you just went all over the place with that shit, man. So I mean, like, just what you're saying about the like making the playoffs, whatever. You know, I like what Marvin said. He said about Tibbs. He was just like, you know, Tibbs is the coach. He's the one got us to the position here where we should fire him just for the simple fact. But no, he's the one that did it. He did it last year. He was coach of the year. Oh, but you're responsible for this year too. You know, so let him, you know, bury himself. You know, so that's what I would do. So if Tom Thibodeau wants to do whatever he's going to do, let him just do it. You know, so wherever that happens. What I would like to do, I would like to rally and make the playoffs. That's what stressed me about not making a move at the trade deadline or not trading Tom Thibodeau. Because I feel like if we traded Tom Thibodeau and then made a move and tried to piece it together, maybe we could have did what Atlanta did when they had what's the coach for Atlanta? My brain is all scrambled, man.
Who? Nasty Nate?
Yeah, Nick McMillan. Nick McMillan wasn't the coach at the beginning of the year. It was a different coach. Yeah. You know, so he took over at the second half of the year. So I'm thinking that maybe we can rally and do the same thing. But now I'm like I said, shout out to Marvin. Marvin's still watching. You know, I think that Tom Thibodeau just needs to just run us into the ground. And I just pray that we survive. You know, I pray our guys survive, man.
Wow. So basically, you don't think we making the playoffs?
I don't. Trust is. You know, Tibbs is an idiot. I can't. Like for now, I like to do halftime to crunch time. You know, that's my main show. I always do it every single night. But like, I can't watch it and get mad about X and O's anymore. You know, I can't do it because Tom Thibodeau is a freaking idiot. You know, so it's nothing's gonna happen with that. So we just gotta let him do it and just hope our players survive it.
I'm not even gonna hold you up. I legit wouldn't be surprised if our starting lineup next game is Kemba Walker, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same rotation and Cam Reddish is not playing. So don't be surprised if we get punched these next 5 games. Don't be surprised. I would love to give them the schedule. If you want, you can put up the schedule so they can see the next 5 games of depth themselves. Because
I don't want to, man. That's like watching Faces of Death back in the days. I want to see the bloodbath on the screen.
Miami. Then who we got after Miami? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think it was Miami, then Philly, back to back. James Harden is playing those games. And we on ESPN. So Tim's gonna get exposed in front of thousands and millions of people, which I'm praying he do.
Yeah, we play Philly on Sunday, then we play Philly on Wednesday.
Oof. And then who we play? Tell the people who we play after that. I think
Then we play the Suns on Friday.
Oh my God.
It's like getting a colonoscopy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's even more embarrassing after that?
And then we play. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
I think we played the Clippers after that, correct?
Um, yeah,
Who's the team after we play the Clippers?
the Kings back to back. That's a back to back. The Kings, they're gonna be ready to whip our ass. They got Sabonis and Fox over there. They're gonna be ready to whip our ass too.
Yeah. All of these games is on national TV. If Tibbs lose these next 5 games, and he's still playing the same rotations, you know why I wouldn't be mad? Because the NBA guys, he deserves it. You know what Mike Miller did in 2020 that I never wanted to see happen again? Was him starting Mo Harkless and Alfred Payton over Knox and Frank and not tanking harder. The opposite of this situation is, though, Tibbs is so stuck in his ways that he can't even see that the vets is so booty. He can't even see the kids there. So he's literally tanking by default. So let him keep playing the vets. You won't hear me you're not gonna hear me talk about rotations for the rest of the season, bro. I'm not talking rotations. I'm not putting up minute tweets. I'm not policing minutes. Nothing. Let him dig his own grave. I'm not saying nothing.
Yo, look at this. We should have kept Mike Miller. I know you're gonna react.
I'll throw you in some acid.
Jesus.
I'll throw you in acid, man. You see,
Jesus.
Man.
Acid though, man.
Imagine. Let me give you a doomsday scenario. Imagine the Knicks when they go on like a 5-game win streak. I'm gonna give you the doomsday. They're going on a 5-game win streak or whatever they are. Imagine if they finish the season in the 11th spot after they played the whole season with vets. Imagine, and then that's not even a kicker. Imagine in the lottery, they fall back. So now you got the 15th pick. You're in the middle of the road. You're capped out, and you have no assets.
But we got assets though. We got assets.
Who won that phone? Yeah. Obi Toppin, 24 can quickly get him to shoot 40% from the field. If I'm gonna tell, I'm banging the phone on the Knicks. You want to give me who? Randall? Can he give me winning production in a real basketball season? You want to give me RJ? He has the handle of a 3-year-old. So,
but you wouldn't trade him for DeJounte Murray. He got a handle of a 3-year-old.
Bro, he's 21, bro. I'm just being realistic, man. Cam Reddish got a better handle than RJ Barrett. Like, let's be honest. Like, Quentin Grimes, cool. I love Quentin Grimes. Danny Green type of ceiling. I don't see the Klay Thompson nonsense that Nick Nation be pointing out there. I see Danny Green, one of those type of players, because he can't put the ball on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Reddish, I don't know what the hell he's gonna be. RJ, some people, Chris Middleton, Jimmy Butler. You got one dumbass who said he was Harrison Barnes. RJ smoked his career high last season, so I don't want to hear about Harrison Barnes. But we'll see, man. We'll see, man. But Tibbs is going to drive the tank, and he's driving the tank hard. And there are people, I guess they won't admit it, so I say it for them. There are people who secretly are hoping for the Knicks to lose these games. Not at the expense of the Knicks, though. At the expense of Tibbs. Like, I think people genuinely want to see him out of here. Like, I want to see him out of here. I don't want to lose games at the expense of Tibbs. Like, I want to win games. But, my God, give me meaningful wins. Like, give me meaningful losses. Meaning the kids in Randall helped me get that win. The kids in Randall helped me get that loss. Let me critique that instead of me critiquing Taj Gibson playing 27 minutes and Obi Toppin playing 8. I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
So,
but also to stay like you're always talking about like the vets and stuff. It's really just 3 vets we don't want to play. You know, maybe Fournier could be in it too, but the three vets is Nerlens Noel, Kemba Walker, and Burks. Those are only three guys that we don't want to play.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
basically. You know,
Yep.
so
I mean, Tibbs is so damn stupid. 64. This man he don't have a wife. I think that's the reason why nobody can't tell him nothing, because he didn't have a woman in his life to tell him what the hell is going on. It's Tibbs, get it together.
and stop buying all the damn lotion. You know, I was saying that in the last podcast. Guys, the people like Tom Thibodeau, you know, they like to argue with us on Twitter and stuff like that. These guys are buying up all the damn lotion. That's why my feet and my hands are dry, because there's no more lotion. These guys are jerking off all day long at home. They ain't got no wife. They're living in the basement. You know, they ain't got no job and this and that. These are the people that we arguing with left and right. You know what I'm saying? I need some lotion, man. I'm getting older. My hands is all messed up. It's wintertime. My cuticles are messed up. I need some lotion. Stop wasting all up the damn lotion.
Damn shame that people still defend Tibbs after what they've seen. Like, if you want to defend the Knicks players, go ahead by all means. I'm not defending Tibbs at all. Tibbs is dog water. We all know he's dog water. But I should call him something worse. But I don't want to get banned on Twitter, because if I say on Twitter how I really felt, my Twitter will be banned again. That's for sure. So I've learned how to PG-13 it, but still giving my own little mix. Because
I'm over it, man. I'm telling you, not just on the pod. I'll be telling people at work stuff. Sometimes I can't believe I said what I said, because I'm just tired of people, man. Yo, the other day I had a window seat at work. I just left. You know, I was working. I looked around. I looked at everybody. I just left. You know, because if I stood there any longer, then bodies would be hitting the floor. So I said, let me just go home and play video games with my kids. You know. So that's exactly what I did. So I feel like the same energy. I feel like everybody should just keep that same energy. You know what? Like we need to. My thing is, we need to expose all these people. You know, Tom Thibodeau's one of them. All these people that talk all this junk. They want the Knicks to lose. You know, just to spite Randall. They want the Knicks to lose just to spite this person. Oh, just as long as my player plays well, you know, I don't care about that. All these people, we need to put them on a pedestal. You want to be famous, put them up there, set them on fire, bro. Because those are the people that are just ruining everything around us. Not just the Knicks, just the world in general, man. You know, go to hell, you guys. You know, you ruin it for good people like the rest of us.
Hold people accountable. Hold people accountable, man. That's the main thing. Like, hold each other accountable. Like, I try not to be a homer, and I try to keep my RJ takes to I be unrealistic sometimes, but at the same time, like, I try to give him the best energy I could, because, you know, he's the highest pick of our lifetime. Well, my lifetime. But at the same time, like, be fair. Like,
when were you born, State?
I was born in 1990. So I was born during the crack era. Word.
Oh my God! So you missed. The reason I asked is you missed the Patrick Ewing draft.
Yes, I did. I missed the Patrick Ewing draft.
Yeah, because that was we won the first. That was the first lottery pick.
Yep. And that's another thing too. It's tricky. So to go back to the point earlier, you just brought up lottery. It just hit my head. I don't know optics, and as far as salary is concerned, I don't know if I'm trading a top 3 pick, bro, to this guy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love it. I love it. That's my humor, man. So anyway, continue.
But I don't know if fans and people would want to. I don't know if I'm interested in that, dog. I don't know if I'm interested in giving up my top 3 pick for in any deal with one of these guys. But, you know, everything's on the table, man. Besides RJ Barrett, you know, everything's on the table. we could talk anything else. That RJ, it's just something about this kid, and I see it. And once I see it, I can't let. I'm going to see it through. It's only like. It's a couple young players over the past few years. Like, I seen it. Like, Giannis, seen it early. I said, yo, that dude right there, he's gonna be really good. RJ, I see it, bro. I see it, bro. It's gonna take some time, but I see it, bro. How lucky are we getting a lottery this year? If the Knicks don't make the playoffs, if it was 1 year that the Knicks do deserve like a top 3 pick, I think it would be this year. But let me throw a monkey wrench in your situation. Guard up next. Portland. But Portland don't need a point guard. So they wouldn't draft Ivy. They would take Palau or Shaq. So this is where things get interesting. Okay, so you don't need a guard. They would take a big. Detroit don't need a guard. They're gonna take a big. So if the Knicks, if we can get in the top 4, I want Jaden Ivey. That's who I want. So I think we could get lucky. I think we could get lucky. We just gotta stay positive. Don't tank on purpose. Play with a purpose. Try to win games. And the NBA gods will bless you, man. As long as you do it the right way, they will bless you. The reason why the Knicks didn't get blessed in 2020 because the Knicks didn't do it the right way. You don't play Alfred and Mo Harkless over Frank and Knox in a lost season. That's where you got what you deserve. You get Julius Randle's backup. So this year, don't do nothing like that. Let Tibbs dig his own grave. As long as Randle and them young boys is producing, let's talk about that for the rest of the year. I don't even need to talk about nothing. I want to. What is he doing that could bring us next year? Like, what can he bring to the team next year? That's what I'm focused on now. Like, I'm not ensuring Ivy not a point guard. I mean, I ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man.
But I don't think he is though, State.
Huh?
I don't think he is though.
I don't think. But Randall and RJ don't need a traditional point guard. They don't need a traditional point guard. They just need somebody high IQ, explosive, who got some pop to them. They need that. Like y'all seen Ivy dunk on dudes, man? Yo, he hit dude with the in and out, dunked on him. He just looked in the camera like this. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yo, when he did that, I felt like that was like the next. I feel like he's the next one. He's the next one coming up. When I saw that, because I mean, like the referee jumped in because he thought he was gonna fight, but he wasn't fighting. He was like trying to find the camera.
Nah, he was fine. Yup.
Yeah.
And I need that. I can't just trade that.
That's a savage.
Oh no, and it's not about just getting that type of caliber player. He's on a 4-year rookie scale deal. 4-year rookie scale deal. You take advantage of the market when you have your young players on cheap scale deals. That's when you take advantage of the market. If you draft a guy like Ivy, it would be hard pressed for me to. So like what we said earlier, right? Let's say if the Knicks get a top 3 pick, they draft Jaden Ivey. Now Donovan asks out. Now here's where it gets spooky. Now, I'm not trading RJ Barrett for God, my mother, my father, my family. So, but now you send RJ and those young boys in that deal, but you keep Jaden Ivey. Now it's okay. Now it's like, all right, I can kind of stomach it a little bit because now you got the point where you got Donovan and you got. But it sounds even better when you got Ivy, Reddish, Obi, Randall, RJ.
My thing, if we win the lottery and we get that high and we get a Jaden Ivey, I think we should get rid of Randall at that point. I think at that point now we're on a different timeline. I feel like if we do that, then let Jaden Ivey be that shooting guard. See if we can sign Jalen Brunson. You got RJ there, and you got Cam Reddish and Obi. I think that should be the lineup right there.
So you're under the mindset of just get me good guards. It doesn't matter who fit, no matter what. That's what you're under the mindset of.
Nah, you know me, man. I just want to get a good team together. I don't care how it's built, but I just like that timeline. You know, I just like the way the timeline looks.
So, all right, let's look at it from both sides. If you have Ivy, Randall, RJ, Radish, and all of those guys, I would fire Tibbs. I don't want Tibbs with that group.
That's a given. I think Tibbs is gone in the summertime. After we lose the first day, I think the NBA, I mean the Knicks are gonna be like falling on the floor trying to tell everybody that he's fired. You know.
Yeah, so I don't want Tibbs coaching that group. It'd be fun to watch. But man, okay, you trade Randall, but why though? See now if you draft an Ivy, now it's like, all right, why would you trade Randall, right? Or can you just change the goddamn offense and get a center who can space the floor and make it work? You said something the other day that really stuck with me the whole time, like in that it hasn't left me. When you brought up the comment about Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, no, we're not comparing the players. Not comparing the players. But when you get good talent, you make it work. You build an offense around that. You scheme around that. You put those guys in positions to succeed. I don't think Randall on the block while Obi's standing at the three is conducive to winning. It's not winning basketball. That's stupid.
Yeah.
If Randall got the ball and he's on the block, Obi should be cutting, and there should be 3 shooters on the outside every single time. If you want to play these guys, play meaningful lineups. I don't give a damn about the plus minus lineups, the top 5-man rotations. We know what we watch. So,
Well, this is it right here. If we just was to draft Jaden Ivey, I think we gotta make that Zion trade. Because I want Zion here instead of Randall to have with Cam, RJ, and put Jaden Ivey, and then like I said, maybe try to get Brunson in here with that 5 and just go for it with the young guys.
see, Karl Anthony Town, it excites me. It excites me a lot. I know you've seen the Zion, but I keep looking at that Karl Anthony Towns. I know he's from the New York area, from New Jersey and whatnot. One of the best shooting big men in NBA history. He's not the best though. That goes to Dirk. Swapping Randall for Towns. So I'm gonna tell you why that's going to be a no-no. Randall don't mess with D'Lo. You forgot what happened a couple years ago with D'Lo in the locker room. And I remember a play. This play stuck out to me for years. I remember a play. Randall had got the ball for a he got the ball on a rebound, and he was running a fast break, and D'Lo was calling for the ball. Like, that's your point guard calling for the ball. And Randall literally ignored him the whole time, like they was running up the court. So I know they ain't gonna be too friendly in that locker room. And let's be real, Ant-Man ain't taking none of Randall's BS. RJ is a nice guy. RJ's a gentleman, sweet. RJ come up to him, yo, Randall, man, what's up, man? You ain't passing the ball. Yo, Randall be like, man, nothing. RJ be like, all right, big dog. Watch next time I get the ball. RJ wouldn't say it though. RJ would just do it. Ant-Man, what's up with you, big dog? Yo, get the fuck, Minnesota's my city, bro. You wildin', bro. like you get out of here with that guy. So, it's a matter of like I don't think the Randall and Cat trade works. Honestly, I don't think it works. That's why that Randall for Zion joint, man.
Yeah, it is a chance you take with Zion because of the injuries. But not for nothing. If we were to get Cat without getting rid of Obi, then you got Obi now. Then you have Cam. Then you have Cat, and then what's it, RJ now, and Ivy along with say maybe then at this point Brunson too. That's kind of crazy. Now you're playing run and gun. You're going crazy with the run and gun.
So damn, I think they're gonna cut us off soon because I can hear it. So my last thing is so the very last question, I guess we got damn near everything, is we in 2024. The Knicks have come off another first round exit. To a tough team. A tough team. We still young. And all right, let's say we get the lottery pick this year, right? So next season we come back. Okay, we make the playoffs. We probably lose in the first round, but we make progress. We get back in the playoffs. So 2024 comes around. We make the playoffs again. RJ gets even better, but you lose in the second round, but you notice you at that, you know what I'm saying? Like now you at that point, you in that crossroad. So 2024 off season gets interesting because Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker is both free agents. But Donovan Mitchell's a free agent in 2025. You can sign Cat outright and do a deal for Donovan. And yeah, things will get spooky from there. But that's just team building. That's that just came to my mind and stuff like that. I like Booker, but I hold Donovan to a different regard than Booker. Booker wasn't winning nothing until Chris Paul got there. They had a nice bubble run, but I don't respect nothing from the bubble. So,
Yeah, at this point, it's just a Rubik's Cube. There's so many different ways to do it, to do a Rubik's Cube. So, I mean, you just painted a picture to get Cat and Donovan Mitchell later on down the line. I painted a picture of how we can get youth right now and still win. We talked about Zion. We talked about, Donovan Mitchell in different trades, keeping Randall and RJ together. So there's so many different ways that we can do it. The thing is, the Knicks need to draw the line in the sand and just do it. And it's not going to happen right now. The season's done. Right now, we're just looking at the off season and just on that day one. That day one, as soon as the Knicks lose, I hope they say the Knicks fire Tibbs before the press conference start. I don't even want to see Tom Thibodeau give a press conference that last game. He needs to just be out. At that point.
Yeah, dismiss him. Respectfully. He's done his job.
Yeah,
he's done his job. He set basic principles. That's what I was looking for. He set like a culture of hard work, understanding. It's not a culture of accountability, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it. But he set great principles. It's time for us to get a modern coach who understands the modern game, who will run some more modern, conventional lineups, instead of putting Nerlens Noel out there while LeBron is at the 5. That was one of the most dumbest things I've seen this season, bro. Dumb.
That modern basketball stuff, man, that's another podcast for the day, man. But I got such issues with that term, modern basketball, because when you talk about modern basketball, you're talking about scoring wise and getting the 3-point shot. There's been other eras where there was a lot of scoring. Basketball is very simple. Just open movement, get players in the right position to score. What's the name? D'Antoni was running this offense 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago, he was running the same style of basketball, and people said nobody could win then. But now all of a sudden, everybody's saying it's like it's modern basketball now. So it's just weird a little bit. But anyway, State, man, I think we need to get up out of here. It's like 1 o'clock now.
Put that that screen up, man. Where they can find us, man. Stitcher, Amazon Alexa, Player FM, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio. Yeah, man, we crying, we whining, regular stuff, man. Hopefully the Knicks can start winning. Well, so I put in $100 bet that the Knicks make the playoffs. You get back $1,800. So even if the Knicks lose or win, I win. So, because if they lose, I get a lottery pick. If they win, I get me money. So
that's what's up. I think I might do the same thing if the Knicks make the playoffs. Maybe that'll make me be more enthusiastic about watching the rest of these games.
I gotta make it. I gotta do something. I gotta be invested some way. So, yeah, man, this was a good show, man. I just wanted to really get into that whole Donovan Mitchell Zion thing because it looks like it's happening. But we'll see, man. Don, let me get out of here, man. Let me go finish this. Finish. I didn't even start. Yo, let me get out of here, man.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man, but I ain't saying nothing.
I'm the big, work culture. When you the big homie and people know you work, you don't gotta worry about stuff like that. I'm the big homie. They know how. You know how that go, man. I'm the OB Toppin of my department because I'm gonna keep hustling. But I'm not OB Toppin as far as skills because. That man, he can't post up, drip. Yo, I'm out of here, man.
I see you, man. Yep.
Yeah, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yo, shout outs to everybody in the chat too. Get them likes up. I appreciate y'all, Jarrell, Manchild, William Luca Jr., Don Hayes, who else? Jesus, Paris Duggar, Shaw Powers,
A lot of
Ultimate.
people, was hanging out with us today. Yo, shout out to Shaw too. I forgot to say what up to Shaw.
Sir,
Shout
Nick
out to
Van
Shaw.
Brazil, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys, man. God up next Apollo. Man, regular stuff, man. Shout outs to the OG Sim, though. I appreciate you, OG Sim, man. Y'all, I'm out of here, man. Let me go start some work.
All right, peace.
All right, peace, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, before we go, I'm gonna talk shit about State because I think he only got like 5 years on his job, and he's talking about he's the OG, man. I got 19 years on my job, man. I wish a motherfucker would tell me some shit. You know what I'm saying? I wish a motherfucker would. Anyway, with that being said, everybody keep that same energy. I wish a motherfucker would keep your energy, and be peaceful, y'all. I'll see you guys later.